Welcome, everyone, to another SaruShow, the one internet talk show where we talk about retro stuff, things we grew up with, mostly are retro video games. And today's subject's kind of cool, very near and dear to all of our hearts. The games that we enjoyed based on Saturday morning, afternoon cartoons. Oh, that hat! I know. I figured it'd go well with today's game cartoon motif. But welcome in, everybody. How's everyone doing? Welcome in, Brian Trusty. The Pope is here. Whoa! What the hell? What in the hell? Welcome in, everybody. All right, we're listening to.
We'll replay this, okay? Ready?
Which one? Oh yeah.
Life is like a hurricane, here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery, or rewrite history. DuckTales. Woo-hoo.
It kind of matched the thing.
DuckTales. Woo! Very cool. Thank you. Sweet like sugar for doing that first one. Now with this charm, because of the nature of the charm, it's only going to be SaruShow exclusive, and it's basically you guys are donating and getting this as a present is what this is, okay? So you guys keep that in mind. And this is your present as a donation. This is acrylic charm. I am not selling this to you. You are giving a donation and receiving a DuckTales charm
Gift.
as a gift. So because of the nature of it, it's only available on SaruShow. So that's another reason. Famicom Collecting was asking, saying that there were a lot of charms. There were instances like this, right, where we can't really put them up on our shop. Wait, isn't that Jesse's shirt? Yes. He told me to wear it.
I told him to wear it.
I reluctantly did,
I
but
know.
he's
I
like,
had a
"You
bacon.
should wear it. Wear it for tonight." I'm like, okay. I don't have any other like cartoon related shirts, so I was like, that's fine. Well, I do, but none of them are like Saturday morning cartoons, right? Like I have an Inuyasha shirt and like a bunch of stuff that doesn't fit the generation. So Jesse's like, wear my shirt. I'm like, okay, I'll wear it. But yes, this is Jesse's shirt. Anyhow, DuckTales has to be the GOAT, right? But who remembers Captain N? Oh my god. Now, are you asking if I have good memories of Captain N? Because I do not. Captain N was such a bad cartoon. I hate what they did to everybody. Mega Man, freaking
God.
Simon. Do you guys remember Simon? Why did they make Simon like that? I never understood why they made him like this like weird, eccentric, self-centered narcissist. Now Saru smells of Cheetos and panda hair. I do. And this shirt smells like Cheetos puffs. Bort, welcome. Idea for Saru and Jesse. How about a SaruShow exclusive, the Nyanja PC Engine variant to cover games? Says Bort. Wait a second. Oh no, yeah, I read that right. Stupid YouTube didn't show you were up. I know, YouTube sometimes sends the things, sometimes it doesn't. But anyhow, I guess we can go ahead and get right into it. We pretty much put this question up yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Let's see how many we actually got in that time. Not bad, we've got 13 of them, and some people might still answer while we're doing the show, so that'll work. That will work. Captain N and the Super Duper Video Game Adventures of Bayou Billy. Was that a cartoon too? Was there a Bayou Billy cartoon? I don't remember if there was or not. Do you have a drink? Can I have a drink over there?
Just water.
That's fine. I'm just gonna take one of these. They share the same sense of forgettability. I never knew there was a Bayou Billy cartoon. That's interesting. Never knew that. Alright. I guess we can just go ahead and get right into it then. I don't really have any news for you guys right now, other than Print Club is going out next week and stuff. But other than that, I think we caught up last weekend, because last weekend we did an impromptu SaruShow about Game On, and we pretty much caught up. All right, let's get into it. So we had asked you guys, what is your favorite game based on an after-school, afternoon, Saturday morning cartoon? Number 1 comes to us from Cybergirl007. She says, mine would be the Transformers Devastation for the 360. Interesting. Very cool. Transformers was a cartoon that was very near and dear to my heart, but there was not a lot of games in the early days, huh? I think most of the Transformer games came like later to us. The Famicom got one, but man, does that game suck ass. That game is bad. Oh, my face is so moist right now. I put so much lotion on. I feel moist. My face is so moist. Hello, Saru and Panda. Hello, Matthews. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome. You'll have to go back to the show to listen to Sweet Like Sugar's DuckTales Serenade. Almost at the same time we were playing the intro to this. It was kind of cool. Kind of cool how that worked out. All right. Let's move on. Very cool answer from Cybergirl007. Big fan of the Transformers. I love Transformers too, so that is a very cool answer. I have fond memories of that cartoon back in the day. You can still answer the question. By the way, it's there. Jesse just pinned it. If you want to answer the question, if you haven't yet, you can. You pretty much have until like the first half of the show to do so. So if you still want to answer it, you still got like an hour and a half. Because I imagine we're going to run like 3 hours today. Pretty easy. At least. I would say, well, at the most. Sorry, not at least. At the most, like 3 hours. At least 2 hours and something. So you've got at least over an hour to answer this question if you still want to answer it and get yourself thrown into the prize giveaway. We do a prize giveaway every week. We've given away hundreds of games and prizes throughout the lifespan of this Saturday show. So if you still want to enter, you can. All right, moving on. We asked your favorite cartoon based on or game based on a cartoon. Nerd Strategy says, let's see, it's a shell of a choice to pick. I'm going to have to take a splinter about it. TMNT Turtles in Time. I don't need to go into details because we all will cringe like Crane about it. I'll stop now. I'll see you guys later. This is Nerd Strategy. Hey, that's a classic. Turtles in Time is a classic. Oh, the next one I see, I completely forgot about, and it's so good. I should have put that box art on my thumbnail. I was looking for a bunch of different box arts for that thumbnail and trying to think of like all the different things and trying to vary it up, right? Like I threw in like obviously like the Capcom ones like DuckTales and Chip and Dale and stuff like that. Goof Troop. Actually, there's a lot of Capcom.
There is a lot.
Well, I mean, come on. They made like some of the best like, games for those afternoon cartoons. But I threw in some weird ones. Like Asterix is there. The Mega Drive cover for that Garfield game. And Mark Dell isn't here to rejoice in it. Oh well. Listen, everyone. Do things to the like button, says Brian Trusty. Yes. Tap that like button. Give that like button a tappy. A tap-tap-taparoo.
I never liked Goof Troop. Goof Troop I never liked.
I know, Goof Troop sucked.
I didn't know that Goof Troop was first and then the movie. I didn't know that. I thought it was the movie and then Goof Troop.
No, it was the show, and I hated the show, and then the movie came out, and it's like the movie was amazing.
Yeah.
But anyhow, hello, Saru and Panda, says Matthew. Super Mario World cartoon was a fun one. Oh, that was a good show. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Uh-huh. And then there was a Super Mario Brothers 3 one, right? Wasn't there? Or there was a Super Mario World one too?
Yeah, Super Mario World with Yoshi.
Yeah, I remember there was like
that was my favorite
2 or 3
one.
Different ones, right?
Yeah.
I want to say, because there was like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and then there was like another one.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Goof Troop was boring. Yeah, Goof Troop sucked. The game sucked. The cartoon sucked. Everything sucked. But the Goofy movie was so good. So like Sugar says, Goofy movie was my first movie in theaters. Wow, what an amazing first movie.
Mine was TMNT Ninja Turtles.
2? Or the first one?
I think 2. It was 2. We're in the drive-through, drive-in.
Drive-in. Wow, very cool. It was originally a Goof Troop movie, says Brian Trusty. Oh, the TV show was a movie? I don't know.
It was supposed to be the Goof Troop movie, but they changed a lot of it.
Oh, gotcha. Darkwing Duck for the TG16, Saru, now! I almost put that cover on because I was like, man, I don't have a single TurboGrafx game. But I found Tailspin. I put that one up, which is also terrible, but just slightly better than Darkwing Duck. So I put that one up there. So we have one of the terrible Disney TurboGrafx 16 games up on there to show some representation. But man, Darkwing Duck on the NES, that was a great one. I don't own that one. What do we own? Do we have DuckTales? We have DuckTales and Chip 'n Dale?
Yeah, we have DuckTales and Chip 'n Dale. That's it.
I think that's it. For the NES. I would love to own the Darkwing Duck and Tailspin. Tailspin is actually pretty good on the NES. All of the Disney stuff on the NES is pretty good. I like it. I like it. All right. Getting back to the weekly question, we had asked you guys, what is your favorite game based on an afternoon Saturday morning cartoon? Number 3 comes to us from Chris Collette. This one is one, like I said, I should have put on that thumbnail. And that's, he says, my pick would have to be Tiny Toons on the NES. Man, what a great game. Do you guys remember Tiny Toon Adventures on the NES? It's so good.
I do. It's so good.
So good. Did mine come out? Let me see. Let's see.
I don't see you on here.
I don't see you on here, Nuff Dragon.
Hold on. Okay.
Jesse's going to refresh really quick.
Yeah. Okay, no, not yet, Nuff Dragon.
Not yet. So, you still have time. Go ahead and click on that. Fill it out.
No, he already filled out.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it on right now.
Oh, okay. Great. Never mind. We got it. We just haven't put it on the sheet yet. But, all right, moving on. Oh, was that all of the songs? Damn, that's a short soundtrack. Yeah, that was all of them. All right, I'm just going to start it over again. Let's start it. We'll play it one more time. Yeah, it's a short soundtrack. The soundtrack's like 5 minutes. What? Super short. Maybe I should listen to the remastered one after this and see. Or if anyone wants to give me any game soundtrack suggestions that are based on a Saturday morning or afternoon cartoon, we can listen to him. Shinji Mikami did the Goof Troop game. What? I'm so confused. Who's that? I thought Goof Troop, is he like a direct? I'm not sure what did he do? For some reason, I don't know why I thought Shinji from Evangelion. Then I started laughing. My bad. Goof Troop in the realm of Resident Evil is needed, says Matthew. Blowing up zombies' heads like, gosh. Alright, moving on. Moving on. Number 4 comes to us from Bort Jakob, aka Bort Jams. His favorite after-school Saturday morning cartoon video game, says, for me, has got to be SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for the Bikini Bottom at the SpongeBob SquarePants movie on the original Xbox. I remember watching the show when I was growing up as a kid and watching the SpongeBob SquarePants movie in 2004 at my local reading cinemas. What is a reading cinema?
I don't know.
Shinji Mikami did Resident Evil. Oh, okay, thank you. That's why you said that. I kind of figured. But, yeah, very cool. Alright, let's see. What is SpongeBob? I'm not familiar with... I'm way too old for when SpongeBob was a craze, but I totally get it. I think I was already in my 20s when SpongeBob was a thing.
I think SpongeBob came out in 1998.
Oh, did it?
98 or 97. I
would have been like 19 by then. The Pope says, ooh, I forgot, Animaniacs had a game. Oh, it did.
Oh,
It did have a game. All these games are coming back to me. Most of them good. Which one was I think the Super NES one was the better of the two Animaniacs
Yeah,
games?
the Super NES one.
Right? There was a Genesis one, a Super NES one. I think the Super NES one was fun, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's a good one. It's a cinema theater here in Australia. Oh, is that what they're called? It's like a chain? Is that the name of the chain? Interesting. If anyone answers Gizmo from Gremlins, then Saru will love you very much. Was there a cartoon? I don't think there was a show about that.
Huh?
There's a show now, right? There's a Gremlins show now. Was there ever a Gremlins cartoon?
I don't know.
Back in the day? There could have been. I'm not sure. It's a cinema theater here in Australia. Okay. Alright, moving on. By the way, you guys, that's for the question, right? When are we going to do the Gachapon link?
I would say I'll do it now.
Yeah, we can have the link. People can start answering it. What do you need? What are you reaching for?
Huh?
What were you reaching for?
Oh, sorry. Just, tell people later. Let's see.
Alright. Going back to the weekly question, what's your favorite game based on an afternoon Saturday morning cartoon? Next one comes to us from Gamer76. Gamer76 says, my pick would have to be DuckTales on the NES. Growing up, I would wake up at 7 a.m. Saturday morning and watch it with a big old bowl of cereal, while sometimes hearing my parents yelling and screaming. Bunny ears in the bedroom, grabs remote, and max volume. I was too young to realize what was going on. Anywho, sometimes I would be lucky and there would be 2 back-to-back episodes. About a year later, they released the game on the NES, and oh boy, that was tough. I did manage to beat the game, but if you told me to beat it again, I couldn't do it. Shout out to the moon theme in the game. I had a vintage Disney's DuckTales cassette tape of that as well. I used Scotch tape to cover up the slot so I can record the songs from the TV onto the cassette tape with my parents' sound/video system 80s edition. You know, that one that covered your whole living room with gadgets that looked like the future. Anyways, the songs drove my parents crazy because I wanted to listen to them in the car over and over. Oh, what a great story. I used to do that too. I used to record music onto cassette tape. I had a little Sony boombox that had the auxiliary in, you know, and I would record. Actually, even before that, I used to take the regular tape player and put it up to the TV, and I would record that way. What a great story. I love that. I like the part where you said that you were playing games and at max volume and drowning out your parents arguing. Because, you know, back then it's I don't know, they're arguing of adult stuff. Imminent divorce or what have you. What's up, SaruPro? What's up, Randrick? Welcome in. How are you doing, Randrick? Welcome. Casimuse is here too. Hello, Casimuse. Welcome in. welcome. Brian Trusty says, hey, crew, don't forget about the exclusive SaruShow Scrooge charm. That's right. This is basically what you get as a gift. Remember, you are not buying this from me. This is a gift to you. If you donate $20 or more, this is your gift. And of course, it's only for the SaruShow. We're not putting it. We actually technically legally even can't put it up on the website. So there you go. There it is. There it is tonight, here and forever. Casimuse says sweet like sugar. All right, there's a link to the Gachapon, you guys. Every week, if you're new here, we do a Gachapon giveaway every Saturday. And if you click on that link, it'll enter you in our Gachapon wheel giveaway. If we pick you, you get to pick a prize out of 4 different Gachapon balls that come out. This is Gachakun right here. Basically, you pick a number between 1 through 4. Your number is the corresponding prize. If you are a member of the Saru Crew Elite, you get to pick any of the prizes of those 4 prizes, but you still have to pick a number because the big prize has to land on that number for you to get it. And you also get 2 bonus balls as well. So you get to pretty much pick any of your regular prizes here. He's looking kind of empty. He needs more balls. He needs more balls. The Pope says I always found the moon theme depressing. Transylvania was a banger though. I never had it on NES. I had it on Game Boy for some reason. DuckTales, woo! Man, I feel like universally, everyone loves the theme for the moon, right? I'm one of them. I feel like it's one of the best chip tunes ever made. on the NES. But yeah. Let's see here. Casimir says, I have one I can spare, Saru. A story? Put it in the thing. The link is still up.
Yeah,
if you wanna put it in the link, and I'll read it out. All right, moving on. Number 6 comes to us from Mackenzie, aka Babbling Nerd. Same question. Babbling Nerd says, Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights on Game Boy was my favorite game based on a movie, based on the cartoon Scooby-Doo, Where Are You cartoon. This game was a big favorite of mine when I was a kid. It plays a lot like Crash Bandicoot, and that's not a bad thing. Visually, the game looks like Scooby-Doo. Looks like Scooby-Doo dog crap, but the game itself is pretty fun to this day. The story feels like something from the show, and the music is pretty good. There's really not much to say about this game other than it has Tim Curry, who voices the main villain in this game, the Mastermind. I don't think this is a very expensive game on PS2 or GameCube or the original Xbox, so if you want to play the inexpensive 3D platformer and enjoy the show, or just want something that your kids will enjoy, this will be a fun afternoon time waster. Oh, about the music, most of it was done by Tommy Tallarico. You know, the guy with the Intellivision Amico. Take that for what you will, lol, says Mackenzie. Very cool. I like that. Great answer. Great answer. I am vaguely familiar with that game. I've only ever seen it on passing. Oh, shit! Something's happening.
Matthew.
Charm for myself and Mark Dell. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks. But these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call. CHCHCH chip in.
I like how it was like CHCH. Alright, we're listening to that soundtrack next, courtesy of Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. We thought about doing that one, but then it's like we gotta do 2 of them. You know what I mean? We gotta do 2 charms, and it would have been a whole thing. But we did think about that one. That was actually, I think, the first one we thought about was Chip and Dale, and then we were like, you know what? DuckTales is gonna be easier because Scrooge McDuck. We only have one Scrooge McDuck, and I feel like DuckTales was like the beginning of the popularity of the Disney afternoon. Because sure, there was Gummy Bears before DuckTales, but like, it didn't have the impact DuckTales had. I feel like everybody was watching DuckTales back in the day, right?
Yeah.
But like, Gummy Bears was like, you know. But DuckTales came out, everybody was watching it. It was like an event. Your friends watched it, you know, kids talked about it in school, on the schoolyard. It was a whole thing.
We would sing the song everywhere.
I know, it was a thing. Like, it was just a whole thing. So that's why this charm. Where am I? This charm right here. Thank you, Matthew. Very cool. Very cool. And you will need gadgets, Saru. Making fly babies with zipper. Did you guys watch the Chip and Dale movie? If you are an adult who liked the original Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers show, I highly recommend you watch the movie. It is not made for kids. It is made for the people who grew up watching the Chip and Dale show. Like, the humor is catered to people in our age range, those who grew up watching that show. You know what I mean? So like, if you were a kid watching that show, a teen watching that show, and then grew up, that movie grew up with you, because it's hilarious. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. If you haven't seen it and you were a fan of the original show, you owe it to yourself to watch it. It's so funny. And you will need to do Monterey Jack Charm after Gadget Charm. No. Exactly. Exactly. But man, fuck that. It killed my childhood. You think so? Oh man. I completely disagree. I feel like the movie is hilarious, and it makes fun of like it's not to be taken serious, right? Like seeing the zipper baby. I knew we were going there. It's only a matter of time. But yeah, it's kind of disturbing when you think about it. I try not to think about it too much, especially the flies that have mice faces and fly ears. I'm like, this is some Satan stuff, but just don't think about it too much. I still need to watch that. It's pretty funny. Ugly Sonic was amazing. Yeah, that whole thing, the fact that they did the whole Ugly Sonic from the original movie, the Sonic that never came to be, was so funny. Dude, it was so funny. They kept doing like zoom-ins on his real teeth. So good. So good. You have to watch it. It's funny. It's funny. Disney World 34 in general should be a felony, says the Pope. Oh, but there's so much of it. Get a Scrooge charm, says Brian Trusty. Let's see here. Let's move on to the question. Oh, are we still adding? I still see some.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
very
have
cool.
some more.
Excellent. All right. Last one was Babbling Nerd Mackenzie with Scooby-Doo. Let me lower this. It's a bit loud. There we go. This game also has so much good music.
Yeah.
Alright, so we had asked you guys, what is your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon / Saturday morning cartoon? Next one comes to us from GT Megaforce, aka GT Beakermans. Says, I think my favorite has to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Turtles in Time, for both the Super NES and arcade. I have only ever beaten the arcade version. Peak Konami 16-bitness, says GT Beakermans. I feel like we're going to get this answer. This is already, I think, the second time it's been mentioned. I'm not surprised if we're going to get it a third time. If we get it a fourth time, then we're just going to explode. I mean, it's a fan favorite, right? It's such a good game. You know, the arcade game was freaking amazing. You can't say enough good things about Turtles in Time. It was an excellent game. Excellent game. excellent game. All right. Saru did the TMNT cute charms. I did. I did these little chibi ones. Super cute. Super cute. Speaking of charms, there's still... Oops, wrong side. There's still this Scrooge McDuck charm that's only on SaruShow. And you are technically getting it as a gift, guys, okay, for your donation. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I am not selling it to you. All right, moving on. We'd ask you guys, what is your favorite game based on a Saturday morning cartoon? Number 8 comes to us from Styx, from the Level 857 crew. Says, that one is easy. My favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon would have to be the Disney's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. The definition of quick, fun, platforming perfection. They had even 2 players, which pushes it past to a close second. DuckTales. Let me reread that. They even had 2 players, which pushes it past the close second. DuckTales. So he's saying that DuckTales is a very close second, and that it pushed it up to the number 1 spot because it's 2 players. That is... Oof, I don't know. Chip 'n Dale is like... For me, they're pretty equal, right? Because, like, I feel like I have such a nostalgia boner for DuckTales, but Chip 'n Dale's was 2 players and had good music. They're both great. They're both great games in their own right. But what an awesome answer. I love that. Seriously, we were so close to doing like Chip and Dale, but we were like, oh, how do we do it? You know what I mean? Because there's 2. You have to do Chip and Dale. You can't just do Chip or Dale. But I think this was the best outcome. If we ever do another cartoon-based one, then maybe who knows?
Chip 'n Dale.
Maybe Chip and Dale. If we're talking about that. Care Bears, the video game, was a thing. Was it? I've never seen it. What kind of game was that? Was that like a Euro baby game only? Or did it actually come out for like consoles? I didn't know. Because I know on computer, like those Euro computers had like all, like everything, right? Because everything was licensed out. Gordostein says, hello. Welcome in, Gordos. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. There are Care Bear games coming out now, says the Pope. Oh, dang, really? That's crazy. I didn't even know. Is there a new Care Bears cartoon? There's gotta be a new Care Bears.
I see a lot of Care Bear like plushies everywhere. So
like recently? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not familiar. Oh, for GBA, there's one. Care Bear Stare. This is GTP man. Inube says the NES game for Roger Rabbit was too complicated for me. I agree. I feel like, well, I mean, who made it? Did LJN or someone like that make it? It didn't have like that good like Capcom Disney game feel. So I feel like it feels like an LJN game. I don't remember if it is, but it had that kind of super broken jank, like the bad jank, right? Like there's good jank and there's bad jank. Charming jank, I'd like to say. Games like Valis, those are charming jank. LJN games, those are bad jank. Let's see here. Bortboard says there's even a new Care Bear plushie coming out this year. Wow. LJN published it. LJN published it, but it was developed by Rare. Oh my gosh, was it really? Oh man. Not Rare's best. That's crazy. It doesn't even feel like a Rare game. I wonder if anyone will say the Aladdin game, says Matthew.
God, the Aladdin show was weird.
Oh, this music is the best music.
The Aladdin cartoon was weird.
Who knows where in this game this music plays? What should we listen to next after this cartoon game? Matthew, and then we get a civil war over which version is better. Both are good. Which version of what? I want. Oh yes, of Aladdin, right? Yeah, there's a. Personally, okay, so like, I'm a fan of the Super Nintendo one because the Super Nintendo one plays like games I'm used to. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm used to, like, certain kind of action games and aesthetics. Shut up, phone. My phone is going bonkers. I'm used to certain kinds of aesthetics in games, and Aladdin has that, like, playable, like, video game aesthetic, where I feel like the Sega one, while it looks very good... Well, the Sega one looks amazing because the Sega one visually looks just like the cartoon. It had Disney animators on it. Like, visually, it is a beautiful package, right? Music is, you know, whatever the Sega could do. It was all right. The gameplay didn't do it for me. The Super Nintendo one did it for me. But the Super Nintendo one looked not as good. The Super Nintendo looked like a generic platformer, right? That you would get from Japan or whatever. But it played really good. So, I don't know. I feel like they complement each other. I feel like if you were around back then and you had the opportunity to play both, then, you know, good for you. And it was awesome. I was able to play both back in the day, and I could see objectively what was good between which version. So, like, but yes, as Inube said, this is something that could turn into a war between which version is better, right?
I like the Genesis one better.
Yeah, he likes the Genesis one better, and that's valid. The Genesis one looks freaking amazing, and the Genesis one has something the Super Nintendo one never will, and that's that hand-drawn charm that it had from having actual Disney animators working on the game. So that right there can go a big way. Like, aesthetics can really make or break a game as well. So I agree with that. Brian Trusty says, oh, Matthew, oh my gosh. Matthew, thank you.
Charm for giveaway tonight as well as for Trusty.
Aww. Aren't you sweet? And even threw in like extra shipping monies too. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. All right, Trusty, you're getting this Scrooge charm thanks to Matthews. Disney should do less live action remakes and more paying way forward to make games based on old properties, says the Pope. I agree. Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Brian Trusty says they are so different and I need to try the SNES game for myself, says Brian Trusty. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, they're both good. They're both good,
yeah.
They're both good games, you know, because like the Aladdin on Super NES plays really, really well. You know, but it doesn't have that charm the Genesis one does with the animation. All right, I guess let's listen to Aladdin. Should we listen to Aladdin on the Genesis next?
Yeah. And thank you, Matthew Roach. We're gonna do a charm giveaway too.
We're doing a charm giveaway. Any winner can pick any charm. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to wait for this one. You can pick any charm from sarumar.com.
There it is.
If you're a winner. So there it is. Is that a separate giveaway?
No, it's the same.
Charm
it's
giveaway?
the charm giveaway.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so yes, enter that. That's the same giveaway for the Gachapon as well. You just have to enter once, and you will be entered.
And if you're in the elite, you don't have to worry. You're entered automatically.
Yeah, if you are here and you are a member of the elite, you are automatically entered. What the hell? I typed in Aladdin, and it brought me
21 watching, 9 likes. Stuff. Why? It says Gordo.
Thank you, Gordos. Yes, please hit that like button, you guys. I really appreciate it. I just passed the 5,000 subscriber mark, and it took me 10 years to get there. So, please, if you can hit that like button, that's an awfully long time. But I'm not consistent. So, you know, I am grateful that I could even make it to 5,000 with as slow as I am with like actual content. Ooh, bless you. Bless you. You face farted. We were saying. Remember yesterday? No, you're fine. We were saying. Why were we saying that yesterday?
I don't know.
I sneezed yesterday. Who said that? Someone in chat said my face farted, or something, and we started talking about it. Bless you, child. There it is, Genesis.
And then Mackenzie was like, I'm just gonna tell it to my coworkers.
Yep. Oh yeah, Mackenzie was saying that. He was just gonna tell his coworkers about face farting. All right, you're almost at 5,100 now. Dang, that's. I wonder why am I? That's kind of crazy because we just hit 5,000. Is there like a certain like YouTube thing where YouTube's like, oh, you're now at a at a marginally noticeable number. Let's get Saru to 100K. Yes. By the time I am 70 and YouTube, I am dead and YouTube is dead, we will hit 100,000. That's how it is, right? I'll have to die for any of my things to become like noticeable, I think. I will be so famous. I just have to die to do it. That's it. That's the key. That's the key to becoming famous, is you just have to die. All right. Let's see. That got dark really fast.
No. Anyways.
Anyway,
happy thoughts.
I realized that sounded way more morbid than I wanted it to. Borbort says, I'm going to get buldak ramen again. Which flavors are the best ones to get? I like the pink one because it's the one that doesn't burn my ass. But there are other, like the other ones are so hot. Like so hot. Even the pink one is hot. But it's the least hot. Like, yeah. I feel like the pink buldak is the one that's like the only edible one for me. I recently got Shin Ramen beef stir fry, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be so good. It is hot. It's way hotter than regular Shin Ramen. And Shin Ramen's already hot, but I like it, right? It's like the perfect level of like just like tingles, you know. Well, not tingles, but like it's got that kick on the way in and a little bit on the way out. But the beef Shin Ramen is fire, and the like your mouth is on fire. Pink is good for this. Oh my god. Beto, what's up? Welcome. He says, ¿Cómo estás, Beto? Bienvenido. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? One thing I don't understand, I see some channels with 2 or 3 videos and they have 30k subs. Like, how and why? It's probably the content, you know what I mean? Like, quiero ramen, dice Beto. ¿Sabes? Fuimos a ese lugar, Beto, en la Ciudad de México, donde tienen el ramen. No me recuerdo cómo se llama, pero tiene un ramen deliciosa. No me recuerdo si fuimos con Beto o no.
I'm in Walkman, King of Hades.
Welcome back, King of Hades.
I said Walkman Ramen.
Welcome in ramen.
I meant to say King
Welcome.
of Hades.
The best ramens are in Japan. Agreed. The best ramen in the cheapest ramens, and they're so good. Do you remember the little hole in the wall? Me and Jesse went to a hole in the wall ramen place in Itabashi.
Yeah.
Your first trip?
Yeah, first trip.
First trip to Japan. We were in Itabashi. It was right across from the Sega arcade. Remember, we used to go to that Sega arcade.
Yeah.
Man, Itabashi was cool. I would, if we ever do go back to Tokyo, I'd love to stay in Itabashi. It has, I don't know, there's something about the feel of Itabashi was really cool.
Our hotel was like, we had to walk.
Yeah, it was quite a walk. But I mean, like, I feel like we got used to it. It's only like, the thing is, it was far from the station and there were hills, right?
There were hills,
so, like,
yeah.
Like, our hotel was on an incline. So coming back was kind of tough, you know? We'd get back to the hotel and we'd be like, ah, you know, because we'd be walking all day already.
We had to walk through neighborhoods too, remember?
Yeah, we had to walk through neighborhoods. But that was kind of cool.
That was cool, yeah.
That was a cool experience. And we liked hanging out there. And it was like we would go to Tokyo and be like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But we liked walking around Itabashi. I think because it had, like, charm. I don't know. Not enough Horumon. You and your Horumon. We didn't even get Horumon. Did we get Horumon? We didn't even get it. We ended up going to some ramen place that was pretty good. Inabase got me my ramen that day. Thank you, Inabase. It was yummy. It was yummy. Saru, the one we had in Osaka was mid. It was on tourist area, so yeah. I mean, it was still good. But, yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The little hole-in-the-wall place that we had in Itabashi was better. And it was like a cheap... It was cheap ramen. Do you remember we got like 500 yen ramen?
Yeah.
500 yen, like chashu, tonkotsu ramen, creamy, yummy, and
man, it was really
it was good, and it was 500 yen. And the broth was so rich and so good. I couldn't believe how cheap it was.
And the lady in there was asking us where we're from, and then you started speaking Japanese. Oh, and then she kept bringing us like food. Like,
oh yeah, she gave us free gyozas.
Like, here, welcome to Japan.
Yeah, it was really cool. They were so nice too. They were so nice. They brought us free gyoza, noodle refill, because you know we still have broth, so they do that. Like, it was free okawari.
Yeah, because I remember she brought meat too. I forgot chashu pork.
Oh yeah, she did. She brought extra
like,
chashu.
I remember she's like extra, free.
Yeah, she's like extra. She was so nice. I was like, arigatou gozaimasu. She's like, you big boys need to eat more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good experience. We got free food, and yeah, it was awesome. I really liked Itabashi. Inabase says, yeah, cheapo grungy ramen is good. It was so good. I don't know what it was. It was like oily and creamy and fatty. J Dread, what's up? Welcome in. Says, I want to go to Japan. Just need someone to hold my hand there, says J Dread. To make sure you don't run into the street. Don't run into traffic. Beto dice, así es. Denme más razones para ir a Japón. ¿Verdad que sí? Nosotros ya estamos y queremos regresar. Ya queremos ir. La verdad es, el boleto es la única cosa que es muy caro. Pero afuera del boleto, la comida es súper baratísima. Súper económico en comparación a, pues aquí en los Estados Unidos. Y pues, la verdad, más económico que la Ciudad de México para cosas como ramen. Porque, la neta, la Ciudad de México es caro para comidas japonesas. Se me hace que es un poco... Bueno, es como aquí. Aquí es caro. Crystal Coke. Guacala. J Dread says, I don't do traveling well at all. Even worse if no idea where I am. Even more worse, don't know the language or custom, so I need someone like you to be my guide, says J Dread.
Sasquatch
Sasquatch is here, welcome.
It's live.
It's live. No. It's no live. Sassy's here. Welcome in, Sassy. Welcome. Yep, carísima, dice Beto. Saru Tours. All right, Saru Tours starting in 2026. Everyone sign up. SaruTours.com. Go. I'm just kidding. Yeah, teach me Nipponese. I almost read that nipples.
Nipple.
Teach me nipples. Saru cruise to Japan. It'll only take 72 weeks to get there. Let's do it. It'll be great. All right, let's get back to the weekly question. Welcome everyone who came in. Thank you very much, Sasquatch, by the way, for being super supportive. Sasquatch, Sweet Like Sugar, thank you so much for the help at Game On. I can't stress it enough how helpful it was to have you guys there. Matthew, thank you for helping us get there, because Matthew really helped us get there. You know what I mean? Like all of the gas money that was all Matthew. That was all Matthew. Yeah, all the gas money and Little Caesars was all Matthew, and we had it twice. So big thanks to Matthew for getting us there and keeping us fed during the trip. And Sweets and Sasquatch, really, you guys, thank you so much. Especially Sweets, man. Sweets was with us like the entire time working the table. Sasquatch was helping us at the table. You guys are honorary SaruPro helpers. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Little Seizures.
Little Seizures. It was all Matthew. What?
Little Seizures. Sweets is the real MVP. Yes, Randrick. Click that like button for Saru Crew. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button, you guys. There's only like 9 likes.
We had this big container she brought down, and in my mind, I'm like, I wouldn't have brought this if it wasn't for Sweet Like Sugar.
Sweets is the brawn. I swear.
And then Sasquatch when we can.
And Sasquatch, but like Sweets like brought like the TVs in and stuff. So like yeah, she was a super help. But she would bring food. It was awesome. I hope Sweets makes it to Game On last year, and we all like roomed together. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool actually. We had a lot of fun. It was so much fun. So much fun. Sweets just recently went back home, and we were sad. ¿Cuál sería el mejor lugar para comer ramen en Japón? Pues la verdad, yo recomiendo la ciudad de Osaka, porque Osaka la comida es mucho más económico. ¿Cómo se dice? El alojamiento. ¿Se dice eso? Like the hotel y eso? How do you say that? Your stay en la ciudad es mucho más económico en comparación a Tokio. Tokio es carísimo, la verdad. Yo no recomiendo Tokio para nada. Para nada. Alojasteza, eso. Alojete. Está mucho más el alojamiento, eso.
The question is pinned, so you guys can still answer it.
El ojete. All right, let's see. Jesse, do you have my answers to Sweet Like Sugar?
Let me check. I think I do.
You guys still have like an hour or two to answer the question, which is pinned. Also, if you can put the Gachapon link. We're also doing a charm giveaway with this same link. So if you guys... if you're a member of the Elite, you're already entered. You don't have to worry about clicking on this link. If you are not, but you want to enter, you still can enter. If you are in the United States and you win, you can pick any charm on sarumaru.com. Even if you're not in the United States, we do have these Saru sticker and magnet and hollow packs that we send. So if you are international, don't feel like you can't enter. I always lose those packets. Oh no, I think we gave it to someone, didn't we? Didn't we give the last one to someone?
Yeah, we did, but there's another one, no?
But anyhow, yes, make sure that you guys don't feel discouraged about entering, you guys. Yeah. If you are international, because we still have payment. No, we don't. We gave it away because we are not organized.
No, it's there.
But anyhow, also, make sure to join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. We have lost a couple patrons recently, and I understand times are tough, right? So we lost patrons. We've lost a couple patrons, so if anyone has people who would appreciate some... What the fuck? If anyone has any friends they can share that with, And it's one of the few Patreons where you get stuff back. You get stuff back as well as content. We also do content. But on top of content, you also get physical stuff. So if you join our Patreon, it helps us stay alive. But it also means you guys get stuff. The Genesis Aladdin soundtrack hits, says Brian Trusty. We'll listen to the Super Nintendo one after this as well. Just so that we can listen to both of them. The Sega one is so much like the movie though that it's great. Inubase dicen, miren, a la otra que vengan por mi rancho, los llevo a comer algo que no sean orejas de puerco, ok? Dice Inubase.
Good.
Good.
I mean, okay.
You know, that's our fault though, because Inubase did ask us, what do we like to eat? And we said anything. We did. We were the ones who told them that we eat anything. Well, apparently not anything, because he took us to eat pig ears and we didn't eat it. I tried to eat it, but so you know, he did ask us.
Thing you used to think anything, sure, pig ears.
But just to be fair, you know, he did ask us. So you know, to Inubase's credit. He did ask us what we like to eat, and we said anything. So
next time I'm gonna give a list to Inubase and be like, "This is the stuff I don't eat."
Here's the things that I won't eat.
I won't eat.
Sarulia says, "Oh boy, Saru, sorry Saru, the Patreons got lost in my forest, and I've been slowly nibbling on their carcasses." Hey, you gotta stay alive somehow, right? Let's see here. Beto says, if you came back for January, I'll give you more glorias, los dulce de leches de mi rancho, dice Beto. Creo que va a ser en diciembre, Beto. Creo que va a ser. No sé si voy a ser yo y Jesse o solo yo solo. Todavía no sé. Vamos a ver, todo depende de que, si hay dinero o no. Pero va a ser en diciembre. Regreso en diciembre. A México. Quisiera ir antes, pero pues tal vez, depende, no sé, depende si alguna guita llega a caer, alguna suerte, pero garantizado yo, aunque sea yo voy a regresar en diciembre, pero vamos a ver si yo y Jesse podemos regresar, porque quisiera no estar solo. Pero anyway, let's return to the question. We had asked you guys.
Should we do Gotcha one soon? Maybe one more.
Okay. We asked you guys, what's your favorite game based on an afternoon/Saturday morning cartoon? Number 9 comes to us from Sweet Like Sugar. Sweet says, the one game I really wanted to play but never got was a game based on Wishbone. How cool would it be to go on adventures starring a clever little Jack Russell Terrier who imagined himself as the hero in a classic story like Robin Hood and the Odyssey, basically literature's greatest hits, but with a dog in the lead role. But I'm still waiting for this one. Now, I would typically respond with Real Ghostbusters, which has 2 wonderful games, but if I'm honest with myself, my absolute favorite would be Turtles. It's one of the best cartoon game-based games because it perfectly captured the energy and personality of the show. Colorful, fast-paced, and full of pizza-fueled fun with 4-player co-op. Each person can play as their favorite turtle and battle classic villains like Mouser Robots, Rocksteady and Bebop, and of course, the Shredder. The smooth side-scrolling action, catchy music, and faithful art style made it feel like stepping right into an episode of the cartoon. The icing on the cake is that Jesse, Saru, Mark, and I played through the arcade game together at the Pinball Hall of Fame. One of my favorite memories, says Sweet Like Sugar. That's right, I forgot about that. We did play the original Turtles arcade game. All 4 of us played through it. That was so much fun. That was a lot of fun. Do you remember what turtle you were? Who was I? Was I Leonardo?
I don't remember.
Who was I? Do you guys remember? I remember for sure Mark was Donatello.
We have a picture of it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We have a picture. I took the picture. So I just have to see which one is not being used. That's who I was.
And I love Wishbone. What's the story, Wishbone?
Wishbone, woo!
No.
No? Was it? Wishbone.
I love this answer. It's very interesting.
It was good. I might have been Mikey's a sweet like sugar. That sounds about right. I feel like I might have been Leonardo just because of the placement of where I was. Not that I'm particular. Actually, Leonardo's my least favorite turtle, but I think that's who I might have been. Was Mark Del Donatello? I believe so. I believe he was, because that's his favorite turtle. Oh, that's an awesome story. Sweet says Sasquatch in time. Nuff Dragon says Glorias are good. Oh my god, yeah, Beto brought us like all these like treats. What were the balls? ¿Qué eran las pelotas llenas de cajeta? Esos eran, ¿qué eran esas? Esos me gustaron. Las pelotas. Me puse dos en la boca and I was like, delicioso. Let's see here. Pues esperamos por estos rumbos, dice Beto. Those are glorias. Dude, those things were freaking amazing. They were so good. Oh, I put 2 of those balls in my mouth and they just melted. Delicious. Next time, huevos de toro or cochino. Nuff Dragon, no seas cochino. ¿Cómo eres asqueroso?
Me too, Matthew. Leonardo was my favorite.
Tacos de verg. Yeah, Michelangelo is a part dude. A part dude and a part part dude. He was part dude, part turtle. He was a part of. He's a part dude. Let's do some coke. What was the line that you said? I don't remember what it was.
No, that was Raphael. Give me a break.
Oh, okay. I mean, it would have fit. I don't remember what the line was. Let's see here.
What were you watching?
A totally different cartoon, apparently. All right. Moving on, we'd ask you guys what's your favorite game based on a Saturday morning cartoon or afternoon after school TV show. Number 11 comes to us from... Oh, wait, no. Number 10 comes to us from Gordos. Who was the last one? Yes, Gordos. Gordos, number 10 says, I'll go with TMNT, all of them, mostly. I'll stick with the NES, SNES era games, although Shredder's Revenge is a great current entry of the series. Yes, TMNT on NES is infuriating, but it's where it all began for me and will always be in my Hall of Fame. How they got the Manhattan Project to look so good on the NES is just crazy. Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist for the SNES and Genesis is top tier for me. Pizza Power, says Gordos. Seriously, both of those games were so good, right? Like Hyperstone Heist and TMNT Turtles in Time. I like both of them and appreciate both of them for their different things. But I agree with you, Gordos. The NES game was where it started with me too, and I remember it being a super expensive game back then. I had gotten my copy from this dingy place in downtown. Like, it was common to have like electronic shops, and they would have games, and I remember buying it and taking it home. And I loved it. Even though the game was ass, I still loved it because it was Turtles. And the craze was real, you know, even before, you know, YouTube like criminalized the game for being super bad. We enjoyed it back in that day because it was all that we had and it was Turtles. So I agree with you, Gordos, on that part. It was TMNT. It was the beginning of the craze, you know. It was the first game you could get of the Turtles. It was awesome. Even the music was good. I love that the overworld music was so good too. When you were walking around or you were in the van. The game is not bad, says Inu Base. It's not good, but it's not terrible. Gordo says, where else can you run over foot soldiers in the turtle van in an overhead viewpoint? Exactly. You know, and the music is so like happy and cheery and you're running over these foot soldiers. Amazing. Brian Trusty says, what did Brian Trusty says? I'll show myself out. What did you say? Did I miss something?
You said your part.
Oh, Wishbone is the start of my obsession with Jack Russell Terrier, says Gordos.
Me too.
How funny! I never watched Wishbone. And that was on like normal TV, right? It wasn't even
PBS.
Yeah, it was on PBS. I guess I never really watched a lot of PBS either.
It's basically a show that a talking dog and.
I remember. I'm familiar with Wishbone. I just never really saw a whole lot of it, but I'm very familiar with it. That's very cool. Yeah, and he was cute, right? He was like dressed like a sleuth. You know, he had like the hat and the thing. It was adorable. He was cute. Super cute. Super cute, delicious, and a bowl of rice. They both complement each other, Cerulean says, talking about TMNT, Turtles in Time, and Hyperstone Heist. I agree. They complement each other very well. Where else can you run? Oh, I already read that. Good answer, Gordo, says Sasquatch in Time. Matthew says, turtles drowning in the sewer in the game. You do know that Konami turtles can swim. Right? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is up with that? I guess maybe that's their humanoid part. It is where they drown. Fuck that part, though. That part of the game sucks. Like, that part of the game was kind of PTSD for me. You know, like having to defuse the bombs. It was super PTSD.
My cousin was really good at it. I'm like, how the hell do you do this?
I hated that part of the
game. He was really good at it.
That part sucked. That part sucked. Let's see here. Okay, Sass, you talked me back, says Brian Trusty. Brian Trusty skeeters back into chat. So Rulian says, I played it on the Cowabunga collection and was lucky to find the Technodrome on my first try going with my childhood route, says Cerulean. That's awesome. Brian Trusty says, Wishbone was so cute. He was adorable. Sasquatch says, Dan, on the first try, Cerulean, just like riding a bike. Maybe they were desert toidles, says Sasquatch. Cerulean says pretty much because it was pretty much pure RNG in that regard. Gordo says, yep, kelp doesn't electrocute you, says Gordo's. Alright, moving back to the question. Super great answer, Gordo's. That was our third. Is that our third?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our third for Turtles in Time. Alright, we're going to do the first giveaway, actually, now that we're at number 10. We're going to do the first giveaway. We are doing first the...
it's up to you.
Gachapon or the Charm giveaway? Gachapon or Charm giveaway? I don't know.
What would you want?
I guess let's flip a coin. That's the best way to do it. Let's flip a coin. Give me one of the Gachapon ones.
Right here.
Sweet. Alright, here we go. We're going to do... Tails is 100, heads is the flowers, okay? So heads is gonna be Gachapon, tails is going to be the Charm giveaway. So here we go. Tails, Charm giveaway goes first.
Okay.
Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, I thought I dropped it on the floor. Perfect. All right, Charm giveaway goes first. Here are all the people who were entered in. If you were part of the Saru Crew Elite, you are already entered. If you weren't and entered manually, you're already there. These are all the people that are there. Let's take a quick look at the list here. If you want to go up and down the list really quick.
Sweets, Matthew, no.
You don't have to say, just scroll down the list so we can see everyone that's in. That's everyone that is in right now. We're going to go ahead and shuffle this a few times. So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. All right, here we go, you guys. Good luck, everybody. This is for the Charm giveaway, courtesy of Matthew. Matthew donated enough so that someone can pick one.
Oh, it's like in the middle.
Oh,
it's Gordo.
Oh, damn. Gordo. Look how close that was to. Who was the next one? Who was the one next to him?
Beto.
Oh, look how close that was. It was like a hair almost. Dang. Holy smokes, this Gordo's rigged. Alright, Gordos, you win the Charm giveaway. You can pick whichever charm you want. On sarmar.com, it could be any charm as long as it's a single charm. Or it could be, if you want to wait for this one, you could wait for this one as well. Or one of the new ones that are coming, by the way. We got confirmation on the ones that are coming. Which ones? Do you remember which ones? Can I tell you?
He's got all the East ones, so...
Oh, I think a lot of them are East ones,
yeah, so he's the one who already has them all.
He does? He has all of these?
Kumi, says Gordo.
All right, so the ones that are coming are Elena,
He has that one.
GB Chew,
He doesn't have this one.
GB Chew is on his way.
He's
Adol,
got that
which
one.
I assume you got. Adol is Heathcliff is Adol. This one, he's on his way as well.
He doesn't have this one.
Garfelicia is on her way as well. And that's it. Garfelicia. Adol is Heathcliff. Adol from Osa Felgana style Adol. Chibi that I drew.
He's got that one.
GB Chew is on his way. These are the new ones that are coming. And Elena. These are the ones that are going to be here before we send out Print Club. Hopefully we get more. I'll let you know if any other ones get here before Print Club. But those are the ones that are coming. All right. Here we go. All right. We're going to do it back to back?
Do you want to do that, or you just want to do another one and then we can just...
Yeah, let's do a couple
Okay.
more. Let's see how many we have. We did
That's
Gordo's
fine.
was number 10. We have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we'll do, let's see, 10. Let's do 2 more answers because these other ones are long ones. We got some long ones.
Scarfish is for once not a design for Saru. This is Matthew.
Garfelicia, for once, is not a Mark Dell design to Saru. That was you, right? That was
Yeah.
Matthew. Matthew did Garfelicia.
Gordo says, okay, message me.
Yeah. All right, next one. We're getting back to the subject is what's your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon / Saturday morning cartoon? What is your favorite? Number 11, speaking of Matthew, Motoko 2030, aka Commander Shepard, says, Matthew here, I would have to say that my favorite video game, since it was my first based on a cartoon, was The Simpsons Bart vs. the Space Mutants for the Amiga 500. Sorry, my mouth is like super dry. Since it came out bundled with the computer and I had fun playing through that game. Same goes to Bart vs. the World, where I had fun with the game, as well as Turtles 2, the arcade game. With that, taking what I didn't like about TMNT 1 game and making it better to play without causing me to be irritated. Thank you.
You're welcome.
With how TMNT 1 gameplay is. Hold on, let me... Ooh, sorry about that. Garfelicia confuses my feelings, says Brian Trusty. Excuse me. Alright, let me read this one again. He says, I would have to say my favorite, since it was my first based on a cartoon, was The Simpsons Bart vs. the Space Mutants for Amiga 500. Since it came bundled with the computer and I had fun playing through that game. Same goes for Bart vs. the World, where I had fun with that game, as well as Turtles 2, the arcade game. With that, taking what I didn't like about the Turtles 1 game and making it better to play without causing me to be irritated with how TMNT 1 gameplay was. That's funny. Yeah, TMNT, the arcade game, was awesome for the NES, right? Like, it was cool. It was like, you know, the beat 'em up at home. Obviously, you know, way scaled down because, let's be realistic, it was on a Nintendo. But it was still a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun with that one, with Turtles 2 arcade game. Do you remember it came with a Pizza Hut voucher? Who remembers that?
Yes.
Excuse me. Who remembers that? It came with that Pizza Hut voucher. Man, that was so awesome. You got that personal pan pizza. I redeemed it. You know, because, like, we were poor. Free pizza? Come on. Like,
We
yeah,
did too.
let's do it. I want one. Yay, thank you. Just want one.
These are the other ones.
Oh, ew. They're too cheddary. That's what it is.
Cherry.
They're too cheddary. I like the Bernie taste. I don't like the cheddar taste. Not bad. I don't want them. They're just really cheesy tasting.
Yeah. They'd be good like on salad.
Yeah, they're kind of crouton-y, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry. We totally got sidetracked. I wanted to ask you, Matthew. The Simpsons Bart versus the Space Mutants. I remember do you remember playing that on the NES? And like a lot of people loved it. I hated it. I thought the game was so bad, but because it was a Simpsons game, and the Simpsons was so hot during this time, right? But like I don't know, I didn't like it, but my friends freaking loved it. I gotta ask, was the Amiga 500 version of Bart versus the Space Mutants better than the NES one? Did you play the NES one? I'm curious now. I'm curious about that one. I gotta find out. Let me go look at it. I gotta see it. I need to see a screenshot.
Brian Trusty says, I cheated on Bucket for my pan pizzas.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Do you remember? Like people would like do like the signatures. I never did because I didn't read anything.
I did, yeah. This is
But
why millennials aren't good at reading.
right, and cheating their
But they
way
love pizza.
but they love pizza. They can't read for shit. Ooh yeah, this one looks way better. Look at.
Oh wow.
The resolution is definitely higher. It's almost the same thing. Oh no, look at these like this looks way better. Oh yeah, it definitely looks better than the NES version. But it still kind of looks like the same crappy gameplay though. Just with better graphics.
My favorite was Bart's Nightmare.
That one looked cool, but it kind of played like ass. I don't think I like any Simpsons games except for the arcade game. Dude, the arcade game was amazing. I loved the Simpsons arcade so much. That was the Simpsons game for me. And I would pump so many quarters in that fucker. We used to go and play, because there was a supermarket that had it that was like, I don't know, like 8 blocks away. And we would walk there to go play it in Echo Park. And, man, I loved playing that one in the arcade. It was so good. It was so good and so fun. Alright, let's listen to the SNES one. This music is starting to, like, grate on my brain. Let's see what the SNES one sounds like in comparison.
There was a laundromat next to my parents' house. We used to always go because sometimes our dryer was broken. So we'd take our, wash our clothes and take it, walk to the laundromat, and play arcades.
Man, that was for me. That was the best part about going to the laundromat, because like, living in LA in a single apartment with your parents or whatever, nobody had a washing machine. Like that was an unheard of thing. So it was always the weekly trip to the laundromat, and the weekly trip to the laundromat was awesome because they had arcades. They had the neo-geo. That's where I played so much neo-geo every single week. Multiple times a week I would go and play neo-geo at the laundromat. It was awesome. It was awesome.
And next to the laundromat had a pizza place, had a
Super Mario
arcade.
Our laundromat had a donut place, so it was always donuts and neo-geo or whatever machine they had. Golden Axe. I used to play Golden Axe there a lot too.
It had it was called Pizza Box, and it was like $1.50 for like a large slice of pizza, 2 slip, and a soda. Man, those were the days, right? When you can get a soda and pizza for $1.50. Man, I remember deals like that too when I was a kid. $1.50 for a slice of pizza and soda. Back in my day, that's what it is now. We're those old people talking about cheap pizza. Now, good luck. Now a single egg costs you $4. What happened to our eggs? Were we supposed to get cheaper eggs? Somebody write to Congress. Somebody write to Congress about our eggs. Sam's Club and Costco still have a deal. It says, oh yeah, the pizza. $10.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they do.
We need to go get it.
Yeah, we should. Man, we have a Costco membership. We never fucking go to Costco.
Costco's like across the street.
And we're so close to one. We are 1 mile. Not even. Are we even a mile from that Costco? We are so close to this Costco and we never go. And we have a membership. It's got to be like close to like over. But the problem is it's also like money, right? Like that's the thing too. Is like Costco can be expensive because you have like a lot of stuff you have to buy in bulk too. So yeah, Costco can be a lot. So we ended up going to Kroger all the time. Like Kroger is like our or Winco. Kroger and Winco has like all the cheap shit, so we go there. Johnny Graphics, welcome in. He says, I still can't get over how much vending machine snacks are now. 50 cents when I was a kid, right? Yeah, that was common. You would get like 50 cent,
25 cent gum.
Yeah, 25 cent. The Wrigley's gum was, I would always get Juicy Fruit. The 25 cent Juicy Fruit. Man, I love that shit.
One time, I put a quarter in and I got the Wrigley gum and it all came out. And I told my dad, and he's like, no. He told me, he grabbed them all and had to put it, it was at I forgot where we're at, but he told me to grab them all, just keep one, and give it back to the attendant.
Oh, okay.
Because he says it's stealing.
Yeah.
He didn't want to, he's like, you can't steal.
Costco memberships are global. Japanese Costco trip, says the Pope. I know, we haven't been to it. I want to go to an international Costco. We almost went to the one in Mexico, and then I don't know why we didn't. We went outside of it, but we didn't go in it.
It was packed.
It was packed, dude. Yeah, we went to Costco. Where was it? In Chedraui? Is that where the Costco is? Was where the Chedraui Selecto? It's like a big like chain that has like a mall chain, kind of like how we have what is a mall chain? Do we even have mall chains here anymore? Like Westgate. You know how like here and in Europe they have is it called Westgate? What is it called? Westfield? Westfield. It's like a Westfield, right? Where they have like a shit ton of different like stores. They have a Costco and then it's like a mall. And yeah, it's cool. Mackenzie, welcome in. He says, at the very least, Costco hot dogs will always be super cheap. I miss the Polish dog. There used to be, Costco used to have, was it Costco or Sam's Club? Who was it? Somebody had like
Samsung still has Polish dog.
Someone had a Polish dog and it was like $1.50 for the Polish dog and a soda. I'm like, and then they took it away because they wanted to do like more vegan options or something. I don't know, but because they already had like a regular hot dog. I'm pretty sure it was Costco had a Polish dog and it was super good, and now it's gone now. It's gone. Mackenzie, I read your answer earlier about Scooby-Doo and Shaggy making out. Welcome in. Did you just get off of work? Either way, welcome. Mackenzie said, I missed a bunch of your comments. I'm sorry, Mackenzie. It says, back in my day, we didn't need to wait for games to download on consoles for me to play. That's so true. Randrick says, we had it so good in the 90s, we didn't even know it. For reals, right? Like, we did have it so good. I feel like the 90s was a magical time. Let's see. Inube says, Panda Egg Press. Squeezing them out of the butt. Simpsons Arcade is super dated. Season 1, so no Fat Tony boss fight or Sideshow Bob. I mean, it's an early game. Simpsons Arcade game should have come out on consoles and not stupid DOS, says Matthew. I'm surprised, right, that I never got... I think back in the day, like, you know how like certain publishers had the rights to make games on console and certain publishers had the rights to make games on arcade. So Konami had the rights to do Simpsons stuff for arcade at that time, and Acclaim had the home licenses to do stuff. Japan does the same thing, you know, where like Bam Presto had the rights to make like the arcade games of like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball, and then Bandai Angel or whatever had the rights to make the ones for home console. A lot of there was always like deals like that, right? Where like one publisher had the rights to do it for one subset or another. So that's why we never got the Simpsons for home, unfortunately. Even though it would have been super sweet if we did. Mackenzie says Simpsons Hit and Run and Simpsons Road Rage is a great Crazy Taxi clone. Yes, that one's a fun one too. That was on PS2 or GameCube too, right? Was it on GameCube? I remember playing it on PS2, I believe. The Simpsons is due for the Shredder's Revenge treatment. Yes. Oh my God, Pope. Could you imagine? Yes, the Simpsons would be awesome getting that treatment. Oh my God, that would be amazeballs. Gordo says Sam's Club and Costco still have deal. The hot dog deal, right? The $1.50 hot dog, the regular hot dog.
Yeah, with the soda.
Yeah, I like that deal. I like it. It's good. Jesse likes to get that chicken bake shit. I'm not a big fan of it.
It's so good.
Who has? I think like Japan has a bulgogi one or something like that. I want to try that. That sounds really good. Let me move this here a little bit so we can get Just a little bit more. A little bit. There you are. Look at that. A little bit more panda nanner. Nanner pander. Just Nana. What it was the Banussi. Jesse Banana somehow ended up being Banussi.
You're just popping up to make sure you click on the what? Nana Jesse?
The what? Nana Jesse, please hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button. I would appreciate it if you did. Because if you don't, we'll die. Like right now. Yeah, Costco had it. I could still get sauerkraut though. That's something, I guess. Let's see. At the very least, Costco hot dogs will always be super cheap. They were going to take it away, actually. They were going to take away the hot dog. If you remember, they were going to take away all the wieners. They took away the Polish one. Polish dog gone. And they were going to get rid of the other one as well. And then people were like, no, don't take away all our wieners. We need some wiener or another. Click that like. Please click that like, says Brian Trusty. All right, let's get back to the question. We're going to answer one more. Or actually, no, should we do the other giveaway now? Or?
Yeah, we're also going to do a elite giveaway.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
Damn, we have all kind of giveaways today, man.
Should we do the elite giveaway first, and then?
We can do the elite giveaway. Leave the weens, says Johnny Graphics. I know everyone wants to take away our weenies. Don't take away our weenies. We need them. We need the weenies. We need the weenies.
Spin the wheel.
All right.
For the
elite people?
Yep. When do you want to do the elite?
So then we can do the elite giveaway now?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, we got another giveaway. Bam! If you remember the SaruPro Elite, you get entered in this giveaway, whether you're here or not. This is for all of the elite. Elite giveaway. What are we giving them?
The wheel.
Oh, whatever. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so sad.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This one is for everyone who is in the SaruPro Elite. These are all of our SaruPro Elite folks. We always do these extra giveaways for those of you who are on the SaruPro Elite. If you are interested in what SaruPro Elite is, you get a box every quarter with a bunch of things. That box also includes the game hunts that we do. Like, we're thinking about doing a game hunt at Pink Gorilla if you guys are interested in that. Every time we go to Japan, you guys request stuff and we put them in your boxes as well. So consider joining the SaruPro Elite at patreon.com/SaruMaru, or any tier on Patreon would help us, to be honest. But please consider it. Consider it. This is the Patreon giveaway. We're going to go ahead and do it now. Let's shuffle the names a few times if we want to do like one, two, three. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this giveaway. Good luck, everybody. Remember, you can join in on the fun on Patreon. Gives you access to Discord, all kinds of other stuff. All kinds of cool stuff. Oh my God.
It's Matthew.
Matthew just barely. Look at. This is the second time today where it's like just on a hairline.
Matthew Roach.
Matthew is the winner. Go hit done and look. Show them how close that was to the next one. I love this wheel much more, by the way. It's so much more suspenseful.
Look how close.
Look at again a hairline away. To who? Oh, to Jerry.
Jerry Suggs.
Jerry, longtime supporter on Patreon. Dude, Jerry has been supporting us since the very beginning, right? And he just supports us to support us, you know, because he's not in the Discord. He doesn't come into the chats, you know, but he supports us, and he's been supporting us for a very long time as well. So big thanks to all of you longtime supporters who have stuck it out with us since the very beginning. You guys are amazing, and seriously, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us since the very beginning. And we appreciate it. We love you. Did we scare Jerry by welcoming him too much? It's possible. He did pop in the Discord in the very, very, very beginning.
He did, yeah.
And but he still supports our stuff, and that's awesome. It's very cool. Wheel of Morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. You beat Matthew to it. Matthew usually says that when we do the wheel. Saru could have been a millionaire if we didn't scare the newcomers away, says Matthew. All right, you guys, here we go. Matthew is the winner. So we're going to, I always put it here on prize box. but we're gonna just spin the wheel and see what it lands on. But I mean, should you just pick from the prize boxes? Think about it. Game box. All right, we'll spin it anyway. We'll spin it, I guess, because Matthew has like every charm, right? So
yeah. Well, if it lands on charm, we'll just give him a prize box.
Yeah, because these are the only two that Matthew could possibly win that has stuff. Game box or prize box.
Yeah.
Right? So it has to land on one of those two. Anyway, good luck.
Of course. One more time.
Yeah, it's either that or... Alright, let's do it again. Alright, here we go. I mean, he has every charm. Game box!
Game box.
There you go. Alright. You can pick something out of the game box, Matthew. Whichever you want. You don't have to tell us now.
We'll give you a list.
We'll give you a list. If you tell us within... I would say within the next week, you're good.
Yeah.
Next week... Yeah, within the next week. What are we on, Saturday? Yeah, so you'll have till next Monday. Because we're going to start shipping pretty much most of the tail end of next week and the first week. I wish it landed on charms again. That would have been awesome. Okay, game box. I will let Jesse know, says Matthew. Awesome. Wheel of goodies. Turn. Tell us the goodie that we shall earn. I like that. Bort says, I found the pink bulldog ramen, but I ended up getting the red bulldog ramen instead for today because I wanted to burn my booty. It says Bort. Well, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it going in. You're going to feel it on your tongue. You're going to feel it in your intestines. You're going to feel it in your digestive tract. And you're definitely going to feel it on the way out. So, have fun with that. You know what helps, though, is if you load it up with stuff. So, like, if you do it with, like, all the veggies, right? Like... Do it like, because it's like a stir-fry style, so if you throw in like stir-fry veggies and meat in it, it's still spicy as fuck, but it's less spicy because you have all this like different things, and it's good. If you do it proper, last night we had ramen with meat and scallions, and it was good. It was good. Let's see here. Okay, game box. I wish it let's see. Just making sure that I... got everyone. All right, let's get back to the question, you guys. We had asked you guys, what's your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon, after school, whatever, Saturday morning cartoon? Number 11 comes to us from Inubase. Inubase says, you mean besides Turtles in Time? For many of us in the 80s and the 90s, there is one version of Batman that's dear as hell. Batman, the animated series. It distilled the comics, the movies, and grounded it onto a kid-friendly, retro-futuristic, neo-noir cartoon where any shadow could hide gangsters, thugs, thieves, mutants, and the worst of humanity. But no shadow could hide Poison Ivy's hips. Konami, man, they used to do so much cool stuff. Made the SNES version of the game, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. It was a ride as smooth and dangerous as Harley Quinn's curves. Beautifully animated, huge stage variety, tons of gadgets and gimmicks. At times, hard as insert lurid reference to that red and white leotard. That first roller took me a while to figure out. Love that game. I hope we get a Konami Warner Stuff collection someday. Yeah, don't hold your breath. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but that would be cool. That would be cool. But, yeah, Batman and Robin, I like both. That's another game where the SNES version and the Genesis version have, like, two different experiences, right? So, like, the Super Nintendo one, you had Batman. You were Batman. It was a cool, nicely animated Batman game that looked a lot like the cartoon. Big sprites, you know, big bosses. But then you had the Genesis game that had the smaller sprites. But now you're like this like run and gun type of game with Robin, 2-player simultaneous action with all of these cool like line scrolling effects on the Genesis. Had amazing line scrolling effects. You had like those like shoot 'em up stages. So both games, I feel like if you had the chance to play both of them back in the day, then you were lucky. They were both really good games. Both really good games. Let's see here. Introducing wasabi flavored buldak ramen. Quick announcement: we have discontinued it since the new flavor ramen just tastes like plain water instead of not wasabi. Says Board. Inubase says, my hopes destroyed. Why? Oh, did the stream lag for everybody? Stream lag for a minute on my end. Not sure if it's on Saru's end. Let me know if could you guys see me? Is everything all right? You guys tell me. You let me know if it lagged. Sega is better. Let's fight, says Brian Trusty. I personally did like the Genesis version of Batman and Robin more. But they're both good games. So, but that is the one that I favored because it was cool to. It was hard though, man. Do you remember? We own that game, don't we? Don't we have Batman?
Yep.
Adventures of Batman and Robin in Genesis. It's a hard game though, man. Oh yeah, mine too. Did it again just now. Let's give the browser a little refresh, you guys, just in case. Make sure that it's on live. Here's our copy. Just a loosey-goosey old copy. But yes, this game is great. Really like the Genesis. Yeah, it lagged for me too, but it's okay now. Okay. Let me know when everyone is back. I will sit here and have some of my pretzel crumbs, because now they're just crumbs.
We were going to have the whole box, remember?
Yes. It's gout. Goot. No, it's gout. No.
It's goot.
Good. It's good now. Good.
When should we do the last gachapon?
Oh, we still have gachapon?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, we have what do we do? 4 giveaways today?
Yeah.
4 giveaways today. What did we do? Who won the first? What did we do? A charm?
We did.
Gordo's won a charm, right?
Gordo won the charm.
Gordo won a charm.
Matthew won the game box, the gachapon, and then the last.
And then we have gachapon, and then we have the last prize giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Prize giveaway can be game box, could be charm, could be whatever the fuck you want. Could be anything. It could be a gachapon pick as well, as long as you do it live. So if you're picked as a winner for answering the question. By the way, when you guys answer these questions that I'm reading, that's what enters you into the contest. Every week we do this giveaway every week. So answer the question. It's some incentive. I did see another new name. Every week we're getting a new name. I love that. I love that we get a new person, because that means that more people are watching. Gimme, says Gordo's. I love the SNES Adventures of Batman and Robin game. I'm so happy I got it before it got crazy expensive. I paid $20 for mine. Now I say it goes over $200. Damn.
For what?
The Adventures of Batman and Robin for the Super Nintendo.
Holy shit.
Damn, $200? Well, that one's definitely the more sought after version than the Genesis one. The Genesis one doesn't go for that much. Wait, $200 complete in box probably, yeah? How much is a loosey goosey? What you can do that? What's a loosey goosey copy? Just do that. Don't touch it. It's all crumb. Yeah. Just eat it like normal. Be normal.
Just eat normal.
It could be Saru's butt. It could be Saru's hat.
I think we should do gachapon. Remember last time we did it at the end and no one was here? We kept spinning.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do gachapon. We'll do it now. You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Who did we do? Inubase was the last one. Next is Cerulean. Oh, we have a few more. Okay, so we have one from Cerulean, Brian Trusty, Nuff Dragon, and the
Maybe do Cerulean first, and then we'll do the gachapon. That was long.
All right, let's do one more, and then we'll do the giveaway. Next one comes to us from Cerulean. Same question. What's your favorite game based on an afternoon or Saturday morning cartoon? Cerulean says, a question that's probably near and dear to many 80s or 90s kids that grew up during that wonderful time period, where we'd grab a few slices of leftover pizza from the previous night and sit down to catch our equivalent of mom's soap operas, or catching the latest episode of a favorite action cartoon show. A much needed reward after a very long day of school. So many would make the perfect adaptation for a game to continue the adventures long after the credits roll. And indeed, there were quite a number of them that got said digital adaptations. Of course, it should come to no surprise that there are also a lot of dreck created in the haste to capitalize on such an obvious money trail. So the question for me was, which one of these stood out? Which ones that stood out were my favorites? Could it be DuckTales? A welcome surprise for me and my cousins when my grandmother bought it for my birthday a little after it came out. Rescue Rangers, a game me and my childhood friend would play after school all the time. Actually, this question is very open-ended, so it could extend to present time, where game design has matured quite a bit since those 8-bit experimental days. So I'm really going through my mental database here. In all of my years of gaming, I know I uttered this phrase. This is what childhood me would have wanted back then. And at some point or another, I don't want to answer the obvious, but as a kid, I was pretty weary of licensed games. One simply didn't rent just any old game because that would lead to a weekend of disappointment if it turned out to be a dud. So, with that in mind, it looks like I'll have to say a game or a franchise likely to come up from the others, but I'll have to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. By far, this licensed game had the most I had the most time with. Played with my younger brother, friends that came by, or hell, even in my college days. It was by far the entries that I played the most and had lots of memories of. To be honest, the Turtles games in general, I have fond memories of. Each 8-bit and 16-bit entry. But yeah, Turtles in Time likely has the most hours and memories. Man, it's crazy how many of you guys have fond memories for Turtles in Time. We had even talked about that it was likely going to come. This is before we even got any answers in. Me and Jesse were like, which ones do you think we're going to see a lot of? And people did mention DuckTales, right?
Yeah.
But like, we thought for sure we were going to see a lot of DuckTales. Mm-hmm. And the other one we knew for sure was Turtles in Time. So at least one of those is pretty accurate. Because I don't think anyone specifically said DuckTales. He mentioned it. Someone did earlier. Who said DuckTales earlier? Who was it? Man, I don't remember. Someone did say DuckTales earlier as one of the ones that they thought of. But, Cerulean says, I really wanted to pick something else, but I couldn't really think of anything else. Hey, that's your memories are your memories. You know what I mean? Like, that's what people remember. And a lot of people fondly remember that game because a lot of people played it together, and the turtle craze was something very, very real.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people have fond memories of that game. I have fond memories of that game. Jesse has fond memories of... I feel like anyone who was a kid growing up in that time has strong, fond memories of Turtles in Time. For the very, very reason that we were all into Ninja Turtles back then. Let's see here. Turtles were just the shiz back then. They were everywhere, says Gordo's. True, you couldn't really escape them. Mackenzie says, Turtles in Time is a timeless classic. How do I know this? Friends of mine who never played a Turtles game ever before loved it. That's true. You get anyone to play Turtles in Time who is just a fan of action games or beat-em-ups, and they'll enjoy it. They'll have fun playing it. Let's see here. I just remembered another one from Nickelodeon. Ren and Stimpy, says Gordos. Was that a good game, though? I feel like a lot of those games were not good.
No, I liked it.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked the Ren and Stimpy for the Game Boy. And the Space Cadets. That was my favorite one.
On Game Boy.
It's called Ren and Stimpy Space Cadets.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. I know of the one where, like... The Genesis one, was it?
That Super Nintendo one, the Fire Hydrant one?
Oh, okay. It was Super Nintendo then, and there's, like, that annoying, like, ice stage. Is that the... No, I'm thinking the Genesis one.
I think you do Genesis one.
I am thinking the Genesis one.
But they have one for the Super Nintendo's, like, Fire Dogs or something.
I don't think I remember that. I don't think I played that one. I think I only ever played a Sega Genesis Ren and Stimpy, and I didn't like it. Let's see here. Sasquatch says, think it was Webby.
Yeah, Fire Dogs.
You had a crush on Webby? Fire Dogs. I don't know that one. Jez had Stimpy's Invention, if I remember correctly, says Cerulean. That could be. They were inappropriately rude and gross, so yes, this little boy loved it, says Gordos. Inappropriate. The pup says, everybody TMNT DuckTales, nobody Alf on the Master System. We did get one Ghostbusters one, right? Sweet Like Sugar mentioned that as one of the games, but Turtles was her number one answer as well, which is understandable. Let's see here. Batman Returns on SNES by Konami is so badass. I love the sounds of the game making it sound like you're breaking goons' bones. Oh, the beat 'em up one? Right? That was a good one, if I remember that. The pup says I have an FX Pack Pro. I guess it's already paid for itself. Right. So much shit is like crazy expensive. Let's do a collab where I play Nintendo version and you play Sega versions of games new to us. Nintendo version versus, says Brian Trusty. That would be cool.
No Rugrats answers. This is Gordo.
Thankfully.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, no Rugrats answers. All right, next is our next giveaway, yeah?
Yep.
Next giveaway. I forgot what it was. Gachapon. Next giveaway is Gachapon. Ooh, can we have these? We saw these pots.
Sure.
Sweet Like Sugar left these pots. They come in, there's like two packs in each. We already ate one pack, but I'm going to start eating the other one. Alright, you know what? Fuck this Disney shit. Let's move to... let's listen to Turtles in Time soundtrack. Turtles in Time. But we need to listen to the... arcade is good. Or should we listen to the SNES one? Let's do SNES, since that's on everyone's mind. I'm sure this stream has been super demonetized from the get-go. Super demonetized time. So make sure to hit that like button. At the very least, you guys hit that like button if you're here. And that's all I need. That's all Saru needs from you. Just be here, hit the like button. That's it. I appreciate you. And I am indebted to you. All you gotta do is hit that like button. And be here, obviously. That's the big one. Alright, guys, gotta go. Please buy wishlist our shit, says Inubase. That's right. We make games together. Right now, Inubase is working on something called El Boletero. You can link it if you want. Link it. Link it, Boletero. You guys can go wishlist it. Alright, those are all the people?
No, it erased for some reason, so I'm re-adding everybody.
20 likes, time to remove your shirts. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, we obviously weren't ready for the wheel, so I'll go ahead and
do the next one.
Read one more.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Alright, let's go back to the question, you guys. We had asked you guys, what's your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon or Saturday morning cartoon, after school special, whatever the fuck. There it is. Inubase linked it. Click on that link for the Steam game. Rander says, also gotta go. It's anime time, then bedtime. Have a good one, guys, says Rander. What are you watching right now? Before you go, let me know what you're watching, and then you can go. What anime? Matthew wants to know. Also, Miko Hearts. I know Miko Hearts doesn't have a Steam page, but you can download the demo to Miko Hearts, which we need to update, actually.
It's ready.
The wheel is ready? All right, let's do the wheel then. It's ready. Before we go back, let's go back to the wheel. We're going to do Gachapon. All right, those are all the people who have either entered or you're here. Chat. You're here who was elite and you're in chat.
1, 2, 3.
All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Almost passed out from the NyQuil myself, says Brian Trusty. Oh yeah, Brian Trusty is sickly. Feel better. Enough! Enough Dragon. What is this one for? Gachapon?
Gachapon.
Gachapon. Enough Dragon. You are the winner. Very cool.
Alley Cat Blues.
Alley Cat Blues. This is great, actually, because we already have a thing that we have some stuff to send them.
All right,
Excellent.
You can do the next question. I'll be waiting.
All right, pick a number between 1 through 4.
He's not here yet, so. Snapdragon? Where's the other? He is.
He's right there.
I didn't even see him. Okay. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Thanks, it's Snapdragon. Pick a number between 1 through 4. Rig, says GT Beakerman. Pick a number between 1 through 4.
I'm reading the wrong chat.
He says 3.
Okay, 3.
I think that was the number you picked last time too, huh? 3. Lucky 3. Lucky 3.
That didn't work.
All right, here we go. Second attempt at ball number 1.
There's 1.
All right, ball number 1. Oh, it's a Pac-Man from Japan. Remember we got those in this last
Oh
trip.
yeah, I like those.
Ball number 2 is spin the wheel. All right, ball number 3. Here's your. Oh, look at it! That's so cute. Ball number 3. Look at. This is your prize. Look how cute that is. I hope you like. Hopefully you like Kirby. That's cute. That's your prize.
This was ball number 4.
And then ball number 4 was the pin. So I think you did good. I think you got the best prize out of all the things that came out. Well, in my opinion, I'm a Kirby fan. I don't know. This would have been the best outcome for me. He's like one of those. He feels so good. He's like a. I don't know how to describe one of those squishy things. Look. He's so cute. Carby to avoid copyright from Nintendo.
Carby.
Yes, it's Carby. He feels so soft. So soft and so good. Alright, you want to put a little paper in here?
Yeah.
For Noof. Congratulations to Nuff Dragon. Deputy Buck. I mean, you do what you want with your prize.
We don't judge here. We don't judge your fetishes.
But you know, it is very soft though. He does have a point. It is of the softest material. You wouldn't even know it's there.
What is King of Hades says? I don't.
King of Hades says he doesn't kink shame. We don't kink shame. We only judgment.
Only judgment.
Stress ball Kirby. Yes, I think that's what he is. I think he's a stress ball. He's super soft. Super soft. Very cute. I'm having salted vanilla Pocky.
I want one.
Should we like Sugar had brought these? You get one. You get one stick. No, he'll get multiple. Kirby's facial reaction may mean something else, says Gordos. We only kink shame furries, says the Pope. No!
More.
More. You already ate it? Why are you eating them whole?
That's good.
Alright. Judge lot and ye will be judged. We actually have a furry convention happening this weekend.
Yeah.
I think today is the main day of it, right? I didn't even know. I only found out this weekend that we had such a thing. I never even knew we had such a thing. But I took a panda there in his panda hat to make new friends. And I let him go. I said, here, go make friends. Go make friends. But he was shy. I thought Jesse was going to say more than process to take the entire bag and then throw the wrapper at Saru's head after he was finished. Probably smelly con. Isn't that all cons? Isn't that cons in general? Man, the worst experience I had with that was this one guy at Level Up Expo. It was the worst.
Yeah.
The worst experience. I could not believe the odor on this person, and I could not believe it. My eyes were watering. It was so bad. I will always remember that level up for that. Always remember how violated I felt. You know, like I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was assaulted.
It wasn't, see the thing is, it wasn't like, you know how sometimes when you work out, you have a little bit of smell. This guy, like, in a radius of like a circle. Like,
it was just a stench.
It was just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it.
I don't either. I only got one bad whiff on Game On Expo 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks?
Has it actually been 3 weeks?
I think so, yeah. It's been 3 weeks already. I didn't experience anything like that at Game On. The only other time I had another experience, but it wasn't as bad. The Level Up Expo guy who came to our table was the worst experience I've ever experienced at any con ever with that kind of thing. But it was at one of the early Evos. It was like when Evo was small, like a 2007 Evo. One of those times. I guess it was like one of the Melty Bloods was new. I wanted to go for that. Oh my god. I went by like the people playing the Pokemon trading card game. There was either one table or one guy at a table there that was like, oh my god, like what is happening? Like Jesus Christ. Hey everyone, much apologies, I'm late. You're super late.
Famicom, welcome
Bad Famicom.
No.
Bad. No. What do you say no?
Every time we leave, PC Engine, he says no.
Oh, he says no. Yeah, that's right. We're like, oh, we're about to leave. Famicom's like, no.
No.
Bad Famicom. Now go to my room. Take every clothes. Gordo says, I sat next to a guy on an airplane that was smelly. It was a 90-minute flight, so it wasn't bad, but could have been worse. So it was bad, but could have been worse. Ugh, they should not let people on the plane if you smell. There should be a rule.
There is a rule.
Oh, there is?
There is a rule.
Oh, yeah. That should be a total rule. It's like, you know, and like, I don't care, even if you've been, because people are like, oh, but people travel, blah, blah, blah. I'm prepared when I travel. We have lotions and body wipes and like
little spray things just in case.
And this is all shit you can get at Dollar Tree. You can get all this shit for cheap. It's not even expensive. I would say each person can spend maybe $5 worth of stuff to stay fresh and clean. So I don't know. I don't know what people's excuses are, because like even when we travel, you know, I have all of my stuff and I'm leaving that plane, you know, feeling and smelling fresh. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Some cultures don't wear deodorant. Oh, that's right. We had a little experience like that in Australia. Do you remember?
I remember.
Oh my god. What do you even, like, is it rude to, like, because, like, I was making face, like, I was trying to, like, fold myself, because I was in the passenger seat. Okay, so here's the story. We were in Manly. We had just gotten done eating pasta, I think. We were at a pasta restaurant in Manly, and I called in Uber, right? Because, like, whenever I travel, I use... If Uber is available when I'm traveling, I use Uber. So I called an Uber. This was back in 2018. And not only did I call an Uber, I called an Uber XL. You know, so like... It was... And it wasn't an XL. I called an Uber XL. It wasn't an XL. It was a fucking, like... Some guy came in as, like, fucking Lexus sedan. And as soon as I opened the door to the car, I was like, oh my god. Like, I don't know. And like, I guess because they don't, like, some, like Gordos were saying, some cultures don't wear deodorant.
No, that was excessive. That was too much. We had our windows rolled down.
I rolled down my windows, and I don't think the guy liked that we rolled our windows down, you know. But like, oh Jesus Christ.
It wasn't because, you know, he wasn't wearing deodorant. It's just something. He didn't shower or something.
I mean, he was dressed nicely, and the car was a nice car. It was a Lexus something or another. Not an Excel car, in my opinion, but like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was bad. How do we get into this conversation? Why are we talking about
Next
BO?
question.
Next question. How do we get into this BO conversation? Serious. Oh, because I mentioned the furry. Gordos, this is your fault.
The Pope.
Oh, was he the one that mentioned the smelly con? Oh, okay. I thought it was... Alright, Famicom Collecting says, I'd be like, excuse me, sir, you smell like ass. Like, man, I don't know. It was just like, I was so close to saying something, too. Sorry, Jesse, at one convention, I was trying to compete in a Smash Bros. Tournament, and this guy I couldn't compete with because my first and only opponent smelled like he didn't shower for a month, then shit himself. Oh my god. Man, that's horrible. If I opened a car and got that horrible wave of stench, I would have immediately slammed the door. Yeah. But I think that was like our second Uber, right?
Yeah, because they canceled. The first one canceled.
We tried to, the first one canceled.
We were waiting for 20 minutes, remember?
We were waiting for a while. And people were getting like antsy, and then what's her face was like, "We're taking the trip," and so like we were like, "All right, let's just take the first one that comes." Oh my god! Oh my god! Famicom Collecting says, "In my head though, because may not be rude like that, but yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was bad. All right, let's get back to the weekly question. So sorry about that. Let's see here. What's your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon or Saturday morning show? Next one comes to us from Brian Trusty. Brian Trusty says, oh, I think this counts. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I loved Sonic Satam. This was way before my learning about Puyo Puyo being a thing. I still love the music and character animation from this game. SaruShow for life, says Brian Trusty. Yeah, Brian, the music in all of Mean Bean Machine, except for the title, is from Puyo Puyo. I think the title is the only music that's not from Puyo Puyo or Mado Monogatari or whatever. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. This music is awesome. Yeah, the music in Turtles is just amazing. Amazing stuff.
Oh, Matthew says Sonic Satam, or Sonic Saturn AM cartoon. Says Matthew.
Oh, Saturday morning. Oh, got it. Saturday morning 8. Okay. Got it. I didn't know what that meant. Thank you for clarifying. You know it's bad when someone smells so bad you can feel it. Not just smelling, but actually feeling it. Like you feel it in your nostrils. Alright, let's move away from the stinky people subject. I don't know how we even got to that. But Cerulean says, I was also thinking, would cartoons based on game series count too? Yeah, I think that's a different subject. So, but to Brian Trusty's defense, I think he's sick right now. But that's still cool though. Yeah, that was backwards. Konami was cooking with the soundtrack, says the Pope. They sure were, man. Konami had so many good soundtracks back in the Super Nintendo. I feel like during the Super Nintendo era, Konami was like top tier when it came to a lot of the music in their games. So good. Brian Trusty says, oh, Cerulean, I get them mixed up a lot. Sonic X Japanese is way better than 4Kids version. Yeah. Cerulean agrees too. I mean, I think that's with any adaptation, right, of stuff before they get ruined. Back then, lots of stuff was ruined a lot. 4Kids censored Rouge the Bat. Really? How did they censor her? What do they do? Draw over the bits or put her in a t-shirt? How did they censor her? My 5-year-old watches Sonic on Kabillion for free. Is that like an app, like a show app?
There's just a lot of free apps lately, like popping up everywhere.
Yeah, like on Roku has all that free shit too. They censored our tits. Can't have boobs, damn it. Sonic said shit in the Japanese version. It's on Roku. Oh, okay, cool. I'll try to remember that. I might forget, but I'll try to remember. That sounds cool. Bat boobs. No, bat boobs. Well, we cannot let little babbling seeing boobs on a bat, can we? innocent babbling. He's an innocent boy. As soon as I grab it, you stick your hand out.
Because I forgot.
You forgot. You're like, mine. Guess I need to watch Sonic X again. In Japanese. So you can hear him say shit. Did you watch it in English? Brian Trusty? Alright. Who was that? That was Brian Trusty. That's the last one, yeah? Mm-hmm. Alright, here we go. Number 15 comes to us from Enough Dragon. Enough Dragon says, hands down, Mario 3. Since 2015, I rewatched the cartoon on Saturday mornings with the lineup I remember from Pee-wee's Playhouse, Hey Vern, It's Ernest, to Garfield and Friends. Mario 3 has been my favorite since then, and even though I even thought about making my theater room based on Mario 3 backgrounds, but ultimately decided on black and red. That would have been cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse. How did Pee-wee not get a game? Did Pee-wee ever have it here? Let me show you that else. Did Pee-wee ever have a game? Was there a game?
I don't remember.
I don't never remember seeing a Pee-wee Herman game.
There's probably a reason why.
Oh yeah, was that during the time where he was diddling and he got caught diddling? Pee-wee with a joystick. I mean, who cares? You know? Oh, I guess it was him because he was like a children's cartoon thing. But like, nowadays I feel like the internet's super forgiving. Didn't that Pro Jared guy send his dong pics to like underage girls? And people seem to be okay with it. But the completionist hoarded some money that he eventually even gave back, and he's like super criminalized. I wonder what the difference is in favoritism. Who knows? Who knows? Shadow almost said more than damn in his game. He swore like an Italian from New Jersey, supposedly in one take. Says the Pope. Really? In the Shadow game? That's hilarious. Yes, for the cussing, not for the bat boobs, says Brian Trusty. It's okay, we don't judge here. The USA Darkstalkers cartoon is so ugly and bad. Oh my gosh. Dude, that Grandma Morgan, I still have nightmares from that. That Granny Morgan is terrifying. So scary. I'd play Pee-wee game. That just would be a fever dream, right? It would just be like an LSD-induced dream. Oh no, that Morgan. Do you remember? Oh my god, that cartoon. That Morgan was so scary. Granny Morgan. So bad. Let's see, I think it was proven Pro Jared didn't send dick pics to minors, but I don't think screwing people when your wife isn't home and vice versa is a good idea. Did he do that too? Well, apparently the internet forgets. The internet forgets, unless you're brown. Enough Dragon says, I'd imagine Pee-wee game, it'd be mini games. That would be cool, right? If there were like a bunch of mini games, like different things around the house to do. Incorporate some way to do like that, like the word, you know, and everyone loses their shit. Stupid allegations, says Brian Trusty. Is it just allegations? Because weren't there actual dicks floating around? I did play a Pee-wee game. Oh, I played Pee-wee game. Sorry, I read that already. Yeah, apparently Pro Jared and his wife had an open relationship. How? Well, that's not, if that's a consensual thing, then who cares? That's the controversy, really? That they had an open relationship? Who gives a fuck? Like, was it a real, like, they were consenting to it? or it was like one person didn't know.
Well, that wouldn't be an open relationship.
That wouldn't be. That'd be cheating. If the person didn't know, that's just cheating. That's not an open relationship. There's a difference. Oh, this song is so good. Do you guys remember who watched the musical, The Turtles Coming Out of the Shell tour? I saw it on VHS, obviously, because like tickets to those real events were like stupid expensive. But this was one of the songs in the Coming Out of the Shell tour. Beach power, flying something, pure delight. I don't remember. They had a bunch of words. Actually, flying saucer food delight. That's the line I was thinking of. I think that's even in the arcade game, right? Just that line. Anyway, it was from that musical. It was cool.
I only watched the musical once, and that's it.
I
don't really remember it.
It was cringe, but I mean, it was for kids, you know? And I was a kid at this time. I mean, I was already kind of older, 12, 13, but I was still very much into Turtles. I was into Turtles for a long time, actually. You know, from the Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird comics in the very beginning. Yeah, I was big on Turtles for many years. Many years I liked Turtles. Piece of Power was the opening theme of the arcade Turtles in Time, I remember. Yeah, and it even had lyrics in it. Well, in the Super Nintendo game, it's the ending, but obviously no lyrics. Mackenzie says, I think the problem, Saru, was Pro Jared was hitting on someone, his friend group's girlfriend or something, and his wife didn't get along with her or something. It's been so long, I honestly don't remember. Huh. Interesting. I thought it was about dicks. But, I don't know, I guess I was wrong. Okay, let's read the last one, then we're going to do the giveaway, and then we're going to close up the show, because it's already been like 3 hours, you know? How long has it been? 2 hours?
2 hours, 15 minutes.
2 hours and 15 minutes. All right, so, yeah, that's good. We got 16 answers in, a lot of answers. Oh, we should talk about next week's answer. What's next Saturday? Are we doing anything next Saturday? We got to make sure. Next Saturday,
so.
Yeah, next Saturday, SaruShow. All right, let's vote. Should we vote on the next one? Like we've been doing? That's been fun. Let's do it. Let's vote on it.
Okay, so...
What are the wins we still have left? Make sure that we don't have any repeats.
Yeah. Box
I'll read some. Yeah, we're going to vote. Mackenzie says, whatever. All I know about Pro Jared is I've heard he's a good content creator, but he's not a nice person on a personal level off camera.
What's your worst?
Interesting. To the internet. I actually don't really know what it was. I feel like the internet gets like so mad though. They're like, they did a thing, man! Let's see.
Ooh, Sasquatch has a... Sasquatch just submitted his answer.
Oh, we have one more. Alright. We have one more answer. And in the meantime, I'm reading up on whatever the Pro Jared situation is. Let's see.
Just don't click on images.
I know. Oh, there's too much to read here. There's too much to read.
It's not worth it. Boring.
Boring.
We got it, Sasquatch.
Boring. Where's the TLDR?
Alright, so we have...
version. Here's the guide to the Pro Jared cheating. Oh, it's cheating drama.
What do you think? Interesting to see.
That's what the drama is? Cheating? Okay. Well, I could understand why. Shit happens, you know what I mean? Like, I thought he did, like, something bad.
Colonel says, next week's question, which YouTube dick pic would you like to receive?
I mean, that's a legit question.
Brian,
let's talk about it.
Unironically, I had a hot dog named after Paul Rubin on my menu, and it's just now hitting me.
The real hot dog.
Okay, so we have
The realest hot dog.
what is a retro game that you / others try to convince you that it's good, but it's not?
That's one of them?
That's one of them. What is a game sequel that didn't live up to the original, or a game that didn't live up to the series name? It says 3 is what was the most disappointing final battle in a retro video game? What was the worst cover art or your favorite box cover art?
Oh.
What happened?
That means it's in the analog.
Oh, it's right there. I didn't, I put it in there like slowly. What's your favorite looking console and why? So those are it.
How many are those?
7.
Oh shit, that's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta pick 4 out of these 7. So bring that over here so I can read it. Alright, let me read them to you. And let me know which ones you guys would think would be interesting. I mean, I guess we can let them pick from all of them.
I thought we did favorite looking console. Did we?
Did we do favorite looking console? Do you guys remember that? Just go to the channel and check. Go to the lives. Go to SaruShow.
Oh, you're right. I'm so young.
Far right. Click on that. Yep. At the very top says view your channel.
Okay.
And then when it goes there, go to lives. There you go. And then just read the thing starting from that.
What gaming moment did you have to be there? What was your most memorable video game? Let's see. What game composer or soundtrack is your favorite? What game did you want to be set up for the next one? What video game boss was your favorite? What video game sound haunts you to this day? What's your cutest, hottest game characters? Favorite story in a video game? Gaming memories? What game are you most
I wonder if we
looking
just talked about it. Did we talk about it? Maybe? Why should everyone own a Dreamcast? Says Matthew. I think we talked about it, Mackenzie. I think we had a discussion about it. I don't think we made a show of it though.
I don't see it, no.
I don't think we made an actual show of it. Okay, well let's leave that one out.
Yeah.
Let's leave it on this list, but we won't add it.
We won't add it. So we'll just cut it.
No, just leave it. I'm not gonna read it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's perfect. It's already 7.
Well, now it's 8 somehow.
What the hell? There. Doesn't matter.
Should be 6, no?
There
we go. Okay. All right. So here are the ones that we have. We have what's a retro video game that you / others try to convince you is good but is not? That's so convoluted.
we can rewrite it if you want.
Yeah, we can rewrite it. That was the first one. Number 2 is what's a game sequel that didn't live up to the original, or a game that didn't live up to the series name. I don't remember. Did we do one? We didn't do that, huh? Have we been good about keeping the stuff out? Let's see. Number 3 was what's a game sequel that didn't live up to... Did I already read that? What does it say? Oh, that's number 2. Number 3 was what was the most disappointing final battle in a retro video game?
Good night, Brian Trusty.
Good night, Brian Trusty. Number 4 was what was the worst cover box art or your favorite box cover art? I feel like we did one very similar to that one. Do we want to keep that one in there? I feel like we did a couple variants of that one. What do you guys think?
Matthew says, yeah, let's do Matthew's Dreamcast question or something similar to that. We could do a new game, show, or tell. Tell us why we should play a game you are playing now. The Sasquatch.
Matthew says 2. What was 2? What's a game sequel? Let's move. So we have 2 that we can move out of the way. Like these 2 we can save for later.
Okay.
So I'm
over here.
Yeah.
Control C?
Yeah.
Did it happen? Control C, delete. Okay. Where do I put it?
And then I'm gonna put it.
Hold on. Enter.
There.
Right there. Okay.
So this one. Oh wait, undo that. Command Z that. Put it there.
And delete.
Yeah, just so that this is 1,
Gotcha.
2, 3, 4 right here. So make that 4, please. That way we have 4 of them. All right. So now we can just copy and paste them into the chat. Actually, up to 4. And we'll start voting. So let's start over again with that.
Let me go back to the live. Oops.
Good night, Brian Trusty. I like what Matthew and Sasquatch are saying about doing. Tell us why you should play the game you're playing now.
Yeah.
Might be good.
You want to write that?
Yeah, or just copy that.
Wait here.
Why can't I? This is on my chat.
So right here.
Well, here for now, just paste those 4, and then we'll save that one for a later one.
Okay.
That way
Let
we
me
can-
paste it before we forget.
Yeah.
So which one was it?
That one.
This one?
Yep.
Where at?
Tell us why we should play the game
You're playing.
now. Yeah.
Oops.
Speaking of internet drama, that favorite troll got booted from a Facebook page I'm on. They had even made him an admin? What the fuck? How does that happen?
Ooh.
Which troll are we talking about? Our favorite group troll?
Let me put it down here, right?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, just make that number 7.
Perfect.
And for now, we'll just go through, we'll paste 1 through 4 and let them pick. Copy them with the numbers. What group was it? That's so funny. God, that guy's so retarded. Alright, here the... No, I know who. I know. I know what you mean.
Okay, there.
Alright, you guys. Here are the 4 that we're going with. And just vote by putting the number of it. Over 30's retro group. How is he an admin? Of course he was gonna, like, he can't stay in one place too long before starting shit with people.
So vote, please.
Alright, here we go. Matthew picks 2, which is... Let's read them again. Number 1 is, what's a retro video game that you or others tried... Excuse me.
Someone clip that.
That was so instant.
Clip it.
What's a retro video game that you or others try to convince you is good but is not? Number 2 is, what's a game sequel that didn't live up to the original or a game that didn't live up to the series name? Number 3 is, what was the most disappointing final battle in a retro game? Number 4 is, which video game was a lot easier when you were younger? So far we have one answer, and it's 2. 2 for 2. The Pope says 2. Preceded by who has the best fighting game feet. I mean, I guess any Street Fighter girls, Street Fighter girls are all about ginormous feet. Saru doing his best Krang impression.
Nuff says 2.
2. Oh, looks like 2's gonna win.
Looks like 2's gonna win.
1
1 says Cerulean.
Combo breaker. All right, You guys vote. I'm gonna read the net. Whoa, what's happening here? Oh. Whoops.
I'll take out the thing.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
2. Okay.
There's something in here.
Are you sure?
Oh,
there it is. 6.
It's just slow. Ding, 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 ding. Or others try. Excuse me. Number 1 is, what's a retro video game that you or others try? That was so instant. Did you move my drink?
Yeah, I moved it because you were house drinking. Sorry.
All right. Well, 4 comes closest enough, right?
2.
I guess 2. 2
1.
is the winner. 2-1.
Which one was 2?
2 has the most votes. 2 was, well, stop going crazy. What game sequel that didn't live up to the original, or a game that didn't live up to the series name / hype, maybe?
Oh, here. Just do it right there. You can change it. Yeah, the question. That'll be better.
Oops. Soundtrack says 2. All right.
Alright, so choose the winner. I picked 69. I'll be waiting my key for anyone after the stream, says Mackenzie.
Alright, so 2's the winner. Was a game sequel that didn't live up to the original.
Or a game that didn't live up to the series.
Yeah, series name or the hype.
We'll give that to Sweets. Is Sweet still here?
No,
she's probably still.
She's probably asleep. Alright. We have one more to read. And no, we have 2 more, actually.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 more. Alright, the next one, we're going back to our question, and then we're going to close off the show. We're almost at the 3-hour mark, so perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we had asked you guys, what's your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon, after school show, or Saturday morning cartoon? Number 16 comes from the Pope. The Pope says anything Konami did was gold. Bucky O'Hare was a Mega Man ripoff goodness on the NES and prototype treasure in the arcades. Capcom nailed Disney. Nobody remembers the Pirates of Darkwater, but that was a good SNES beat 'em up. I guess all licensed game bad is a myth. Excuse me, at least in the 8 and 16-bit days, says the Pope. Man, I remember the Pirates of Darkwater, and many people do because it's an expensive game. And that's one that only came out, I think it only came out for the US Super NES, right? Was there a Super Famicom variant of that? I don't remember. But that was a good-ass beat-em-up. Actually, that's a good mention. I should play that one day. Actually, that's a good mention. Is the Pirates of Darkwater for the SNES. It was a very nice, colorful beat-em-up. Man, that was good. Bucky O'Hare, Bucky O'Hare's hard. I have the Famicom one. It's a hard game. There was a Genesis game too. Yeah, but the Genesis game wasn't a beat 'em up, right? It was like some like weird like action game that was ugly with terrible sound. If I remember correctly. I don't know. It might not have had terrible sound, but I don't remember it being anywhere near as good as the SNES one. I could be wrong. But I think the SNES one was the only one that was a beat 'em up. But yeah, good mention with that one. I like that one. But I definitely gotta play it for sure. Definitely gonna play it. Okay, we got one more, and then we're gonna do the final prize giveaway, which can be anything you want. It could be a gachapon, it could be a charm, or it could be a game from the game box. You can pick. If it's a charm, then you pick whatever comes out now from the machine, and would do it. We'll do it. And if it's a charm, you could also pick it now or pick it later. And if it's a game, you can pick it later as well. I think it's Euro. The Dark Water game, the beat 'em up. Is it? That's surprising because it plays well. Or are you talking about the Genesis game? Can it be fried pig ears? That's no joke. They weren't even fried. I think if they were fried, they'd probably been better. They were like stewed.
Like steamed.
They were like steamed pig ears with cabbage.
If they were fried, they'd be different. You know, be like chicharron.
Maybe like chicharron, yeah.
But it was steamed.
I could do fried. If they were fried pig ears, I think I could have done that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think that would have been good. Oh, the Genesis one is a Euro one. Okay, I was gonna say because the beat 'em up one feels too good to be a Euro game. Too good. I mean, like the controls are tight. You know what I mean? That sounds insulting. Like Ren and Stimpy's boiled pig faces for the baboons. I don't know. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes.
It sounds disturbing. Yo, just clocked out. What's up, guys? This is Nerd Strategy.
Welcome
How you doing
in.
Welcome in, Nerd Strategy. Welcome. The Pope says, I forgot who did that game too. Either Hudson or Sunsoft. Oh, maybe it was Sunsoft. Let's see. SNES Pirates of Dark Water was done by Sunsoft. Sunsoft did this game. That's cool though. Yeah, that would be a good one to get. Too bad the game is like super expensive. Expensive game. It's like you can't even find a loose copy for under $100, which is crazy. I always wanted to get that one though, and I've forgotten about it for a while. But yeah, it looks like it was Sunsoft. What up, nerd? But yeah, it was Sunsoft. Very cool. Cool mention. I'd love to play that at some point on stream if I remember to. Maybe we'll just do a Mr. Day. Mister. We'll play a bunch of shit on Mister. I gotta update the Mister though, because the Mister hasn't been updated in a while. Would be cool to play on the Pocket. I don't have the dock for the Pocket. Otherwise, I'd play on the Pocket. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Is there anywhere I can get the dock other than analog? Because, dude, $99 plus shipping is expensive for that. But I kind of want it. At this point, though, I may as well just wait for the Taki Udon thing, you know? When is that coming? Because that'll probably be my new Mr. replacement when that comes out. Because I'm thinking when I was thinking about getting an arcade 1-up and putting the Mr. in it and putting like Nyanja in it. That would be a sweet thing to take
How
for the show.
How awesome would that be? Yeah.
I was trying to do that before this game on, but just the money, you know? And they don't have that. They had them for $2.99. I should have bought one on credit because they're gone now. They don't have them anymore. They don't have them, and it makes me sad. But yeah, if the Taki Udon thing doesn't work out, I might just buy the analog dock. But can the analog Pocket dock, does it only come from analog? I guess so. What the hell? Why is eBay charging $200 for one? It's stupid. People are dumb. Yeah, $99, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's expensive. Why is it so much? For the dock. That's crazy. That seems so expensive to me. I feel like that should have been like, if it was like $69, I would have bought
70
it.
would have been.
Yeah, 70 would have been good because they charge you like fucking, how much is shipping for this fucking thing? Let's see. Oh great, we gotta do all this shit before we even...
Shipping would probably be like $25.
I just want to see how much shipping is. It looks like the shipping is $23. So it comes up to $131 after tax. Dude, that's expensive as fuck, dude. For the dock? Ugh, it's annoying. It's annoying because that would be cool to stream with, but that's too much. It's too much money. They're crazy. They're crazy. Paul Rudd recreated his SNES ad from 1991 to promote the Nintendo Switch 2. Did he? I haven't seen that. That's cool though. Also, if you can just use USB-C to HDMI, I will print you a dock for your pocket. I don't think it does do that, right? You can't USB-C. I think the dock is the only option. I think there's no other video out option for that, which kind of sucks. Pretty sure you have to use their dock. Taki Udon ships Q3 or earlier as per their site. What about a tabletop 1-up? Says Gordos. You can hack those too, but I was looking at Walmart had those Street Fighter 2 Yoga Flame Edition arcade 1-ups, and I found a mod kit for the arcade 1-up. It's basically a harness for the monitor and not a harness, a converter board for the monitor and a harness for the joystick. Both came up to like $100, so it's not bad. And then I could just put my Mister in it. And there's a website that specifically does that Yoga Flame Street Fighter size decals for $100 and something. I think like $150. And they'll print them to size. And I desperately wanted to do that for Nyanja for this show. I just didn't. We didn't make it in time because, well, money. Cause money. But altogether, it would probably be like $500 if I can find an arcade 1-up that cheap. Let's see. It was Street Fighter arcade 1-up. I'm sad, guys. I think my day one PS4 is now officially dead. It's not turning on. And even worse, I just got Dragon's Crown in the mail tonight. Oh no, was yours doing the crazy like oh no, Walmart still has it. Oh no, it says out of stock. Motherfuckers. Not available. Fuck! This is what I was looking at. Let me link it. I was looking at this one. Cause they were $2.99 and I should have bought one on credit. I just didn't want to keep doing that because, like, dude, my credit card debt is insane right now. But I was gonna take this and turn it into a little cabinet for Nyanja that I can take to the conventions on the West Coast. Did you guys even break even at the con? Well, the space was complimentary, so you know, it was fine. The con was good. We hope to do it again. So, yeah, GC Loader is cool. Yep, I guess I got to save up enough dough for a PS5 Slim disc drive. Damn, that sucks. What happened? Did you not clean it out and it just exploded or what? Man, it sucks that I missed out on this Street Fighter thing though. This would have been perfect to mod. Would have been perfect. I wonder if they have any other ones. But yeah, I want to do that and put Nyanja in it. Nyanja's like the perfect like arcade game. Arcade style game. Would be cool. I'm playing Indiana Jones The Great Circle on PS5 and loving it. What is that? Is that like an action game? Astro City Mini can be modded. They're too small. The arcade 1-up is like a bigger thing that we can take to conventions. It's like do you know what I mean? Like the Astro City Minis are too small. It would be too small to try to get people huddling around. I'm talking about something to take with us to a convention. And the arcade 1-up would have been a good thing. Oh. Boo. They do have other ones for $2.99, but they're stupid ones like Pac-Man and single joystick ones. Oh, there's a Mortal Kombat one though for $2.99. Only 2 left. There's this one, even though the button arrangement is all stupid. Oh no, oh no, oh no, too late. Stupid.
Nah, I got it within 3 seconds.
Stupid. The MVSX, but I think it's 500. Yeah, that's too much. And it's small. It's smaller than the arcade 1-up. Here's one. I just don't know if I can get if the decals that I can get will fit it. I might just have to find some custom way to do it. Because there's this Mortal Kombat one for $2.99. But the Mortal Kombat, like the button placement on the arcade is so stupid. Like, what are these buttons even? Why is there a button below all the other buttons? Who plays like that? Is that normal for Mortal Kombat to have like that one weird button? Like the buttons are set up in like 5, like 1, 2, and then a middle one, then 1, 2, and then there's like a weird button like down towards the bottom. What a weird button placement. Were they just trying to be different? It's so weird. I wonder if I could just put like little like stoppers for that. Let's just say Panda has a claw machine addiction. He's so good at that though. He won like 50 different plushies. Oh yeah, that Kickstarter is live. Thank you, Matthew, for sharing that. Yeah, I did the art on that book. But I don't see any payment from that unless people get the tiers that has my artwork on it. So if you want to get it and commission me for an art, you can do so in one of those tiers. I think it comes with other special stuff too. Like you get the book as well. I can't see the tiers on my phone. Maybe yeah, go to rewards. Maybe. See what the rewards are. I haven't gone through that yet. But that's the Kickstarter. I think it's already funded.
I think it is, yeah.
I think it got funded in like the first day or two. So yeah, it's already funded. Oh, someone got the custom art already. Custom Saru physical art and limited edition sleeve.
2 people got it.
Oh shit, 2 people got that.
Oh no, 0.
Oh, never
I
mind.
thought it said 2, but it says...
It says all gone down there.
Oh yeah, right here. Oh shit, yeah, someone got it.
Yeah, someone got that tier. Limited availability and then left. Yeah, someone got the custom Saru physical artwork. So thank you if that's anybody here. That's cool. I didn't even notice that. Cool. Well, that's cool. Because I'll get some money from that as well. I only did it to one Kickstarter. It was a mighty number 9, so as you would guess, I never did one again. Man, that sucks. If that's your first Kickstarter and that's the experience you get, man, that would sour me for all Kickstarters, probably. I've always wanted to build an arcade cabinet, says Gordo's. There are better ways. If you have more money, there are better ways to do it. Like Russ got one built for probably like $700, $750, and they do all kinds of cool custom shit. But I'm working on a budget, so I need something to be like half of that. I cried like an anime fan on prom night. Oh my god, that was so stupid. Who did they think their fan base was? So silly. All right, let's get back to the weekly question. Sorry, I derailed with all these arcade 1-up things, but I do want to make one of these arcade 1-ups. I think it's the perfect size too to take places, also, because they're light too, so we can take it to like if we go to like the SoCal shows or anywhere we drive to, basically any show that we can drive through, that we can get there by car, we'll take it with us, you know, because I could just put that in the back of my Kia and it'll be good. Would be fun. It'd be so cute to have a Ninja arcade.
And I think what you said about covering the buttons too, can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have Sweets do something for you.
I
She's
think you
good.
could buy I think you can buy the stoppers that go in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And they screw in. So you would unscrew these buttons.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
And just buy
The stoppers.
the stoppers. So which buttons would we leave exposed? Probably this red one
The
and
red
the
one
white one
and the white
on
one,
each
yep.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And then stoppers in all of them so that they don't get in the way. That way people just have the two buttons. Ooh, excuse me. Indigestion. Scruffy, welcome!
Welcome in,
Welcome,
Scruffy.
Scruffy. I used to have a book that showed how to build your own cab, says the Pope. That's awesome. Make a Nyanja one. That's what we're talking about. We're trying to make a Nyanja thing right now. I want to make one. There's arcade one of $299. I wonder if maybe we can check like Facebook Marketplace. Or
It's
something.
possible.
Or OfferUp. Here, you check. You do Facebook Marketplace, and I'll do OfferUp.
Okay.
Just to see really quick. Just curious if we can find one used nearby. Especially if I'm just gonna hack it. You know what I mean? Would be cool. How the fuck do you search on this website? Jobs? What the fuck? Not jobs, dude.
Arcade 1-ups are selling more than...
What the fuck? They need to be like a
California.
2-player, like Street Fighter 1 or Mortal Kombat. It has to be like the Street Fighter 1 or the Mortal Kombat 1. How are you doing, Scruffy? Welcome in. Excuse me. Just got back from a Star Wars celebration. That's awesome. Where at? Like a thing? Like an event? Matthew says, Saru's Kickstarters you can trust. Yeah, because we at least deliver our shit. Got to meet Boba Fett and C-3PO. I'm so excited about it. Dude, that's awesome. Did you get video of that? That's so cool. That's super cool. By the way, I really love what you did here with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. Mr. Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck, you mean? Oh, no, you can't. You're right.
Yeah.
That's good. The Star Wars Celebration 2025 Tokyo. Dude, that's awesome. Got C-3PO on video. They're more expensive on OfferUp and these other things.
Yeah,
These
over
people-
here too.
That's stupid. Oh, here's one. 200, look. In North Las Vegas. We might get shot, but if we don't get shot...
We'll have Game Over.
Yeah, used normal wear, it says. This one would be perfect, and we could just block out all the buttons. Except the first two. Sticks, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for answering the question once again. I appreciate you. How you doing? Look at $200.
That's not bad.
200 smackers for an used arcade 1-up.
We're in North Las Vegas. Oh, the Get.
In the Get.
That's right in the Get.
Yeah, dude.
Next to North Las Vegas Airport.
Right in the Get. But, I mean... it comes with a riser. It's pretty good. Pretty good, because we can also take the riser and just put shit in it when we go to shows. You know?
Yeah.
Put our any stuff that we need, put it inside when we pack it. This would just go laying flat on the side that goes down. Should fit, because they're pretty short. Jobs? Who the hell searches for jobs? Yeah, it was weird. The PS4 lives. I'm a complete idiot. I have an external hard drive and I didn't press the button to switch to my external hard drive. Oh, that's good. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright. That's cool. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to do the thing we want to do. It's going to be so good. Oh, did something happen?
Because you said jobs like a minute ago. Maybe Gordo is behind.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, Gordo's sound. He might be behind. Like 5 minutes behind. Gordo's hit refresh. Alright. let's get back to the weekly question. We still have one more, and we're almost. Are we at 3 hours yet?
Yeah, almost right there.
Cool. All right, let's read the last one, and then we're gonna do the giveaway, and then we're closing out the show. Oh yeah, what the heck? Yeah, I was like, when you said that, I was like, huh? Jesse caught that. That's great news, Mackenzie. Yeah, that's good news. Good. I'm afraid I haven't even turned on my PS4 because I feel like it's just gonna explode if I do.
I know.
So I need to. Can we get an air can or something from Amazon? Here, remind me. Here, I'll do it now. Remind me to get, because I need to get some vitamin E things still. So, oops, where the fuck is there it is. Because I just need to open it up.
I was just gonna.
I
was gonna do something.
Are there any of these that are fucking Prime? Damn, $10 for one? What the fuck?
Yeah.
For a freaking can of air?
They don't sell those anymore.
Suck
people
my
buy these
dick.
now.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend $50. I just need a can of air for, like, the short term. Air can for dust. Okay, well, I'll look later. Alright. We'd ask you guys, what's your favorite game based on an afternoon cartoon, after school show, Saturday morning cartoon? Number 17 comes to us from Sasquatch in Time. Excuse me. Sasquatch says, definitely cool to see all of these games that are related to Saturday morning shows I enjoyed watching. It's so cool to see the sheer amount, and many I have never even played, and some I'm just learning about. Like there's 2 G.I. Joe games on the NES. Wow. And where are these? Yeah, I only know of one. I also really would love to dive into the bag of tricks with Felix the Cat, fly high, and Launchpad crash into some DuckTales too. I absolutely love playing The Simpsons Arcade, and even Bart vs. the Space Mutants on NES and Virtual Bart on the Sega Genesis. Beavis and Butthead was cool graphic-wise and had great voice samples on the Genesis and SNES. And speaking of Beavis and Butthead, the Homage cartoon regular show had a game called Mordecai and Rigby in 8-Bit Land, and that was on the 3DS. It had some fun platforming levels, top-down action areas, and even mixed in some shmup stages. Then there's some I own, but I haven't played yet. Has anyone played Aqua Teen Hunger Force Zombie Ninja Pro-Am for the PS2? Also, being a huge Futurama fan, I always wanted to play the Futurama game on Xbox, but with how much it surged in price, I will most likely have to emulate it someday. But best game I played would be the vicarious living through playing of any and every Rugrats game that Jesse plays. He makes all other games pale in comparison, so I demand more Rugrats Jesse experiences. But Saru has to be present to share in the savory, ruggy, ratty goodness. Oh, yeah. And if you really, really want to know, for me too, it's TMNT Turtles in Time, where I got my namesake from. Seeing that game looking like an actual cartoon in action was something else. Y'all remember, and if you don't, play it and form a new memory soon. If you don't, play it and form a new memory soon. Sorry, I didn't see the comma there. Yes. Man, Turtles in Time. So many people went with Turtles in Time with this. Not surprising. That was one of the ones me and Jesse said for sure people were going to be like Turtles in Time, right? Like crazy Turtles in Time. That would have been cool for a time, except I already did like a shit ton of Turtles. I already did all the Turtles. All the Turtles.
But you haven't done April.
There's no April. Yeah. Too late now. Too late now. You get Scrooge McDuck. You get him here. You get him now. Because if you don't, that's it. You guys. But I think most everyone already got him. Everyone who wants him got him, which is good. Yeah. All right, you guys. Rugrats, the mortal enemies of the Saru pandas. Rugrats is just great. He likes Rugrats. I don't. I hate it.
I love Rugrats.
Rugrats is stupid. But I would have been too old for it. That's why. You know what I mean? What do they call it in that show? Carpet vermin.
Carpet vermin. Yeah.
Carpet vermin. Did you guys like the how punny I got with my answers as Nerd Strategy? Yes. I didn't grow up with Turtles in time, but I grew up with TMNT 2007 on my GBA, and that was a great Turtles game on long trips or family Christmas meetups. Yeah, that one has some amazing sprite work too. It's like, dang, like they did such a good job with the sprite work in that game. And like all the characters are so fundamentally different in it too. It's pretty rad. I don't know who did the programming on that game. I feel like it was it the people who did like Scott Pilgrim or something? It feels really good. Let's see here. Famicom says Saru was like 30 when the Rugrats came. I mean, you're not wrong. Angelica definitely grew up to have an OnlyFans. Says Pope the Red.
I think Rugrats came out in 1989.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, I would have been like 9.
I think it did.
I would have been like 9. But when I was 9, I was already watching Bubblegum Crisis.
No, 1991.
Oh yeah, I definitely was. I was watching all the titty animes. By 91, I've seen I don't know how many Bubblegum Crisis already.
And the show lasted up to 2004.
Damn, that's crazy. 15 years? It's a long time for a stupid show about babies. Ubisoft Montreal, they eventually did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and later those devs made tribute games. Did they do that Turtles one for the Game Boy though? That's what I was asking. It kind of feels like that. I was looking for confirmation. At 9, Saru was watching all the Ero gay.
I like Turtles.
Yes. I like Turtles, says Gordos. Yeah, by then I've already seen like crazy violent stuff. Fucking Akira and stuff like MD Geist. Shit that's crazy. I wasn't watching fucking Rugrats. Sasquatch says, how about Daddy Scrooge with April where you can combine the two charms? If you know what I mean. Right? Jesse wanted me to have him with his pogo stick out. So that could have been a thing. Pogo stick right into pogo that.
I bet there's something out there like that.
Yep. I'm sure there's a Rule 34.
If not, you should do it.
Get in there and pogo that pug.
We should open up an OnlyFans where you just draw
eroge. Will you guys join my OnlyFans? I'm just gonna draw nothing but like weird NSFW, like. Garfield Aeromorphs, Scrooge,
$100.
Scrooge pogo pegging April O'Neil, because we already discussed it.
Whatever you want.
Anything. I'll draw it. Sorry, I was watching anime and hentai in the 90s. I mean, you're not lying.
Scrooge McShaft.
Scrooge McShaft. I'd buy that for $1. All right. Was that the last one? Yeah, that was the last one. Sasquatch. Very cool. Thank you, Sasquatch, for gracing us with another Sasquatch story. Yeah, I had no idea there were 2 G.I. Joe games. I remember the one. I think didn't Capcom make a G.I. Joe game? Did Capcom make both of them? I know Capcom made one. Oh, MD Geist is so bad. I know. I saw that. I saw like crazy, like super violent stuff. I remember. What did I see? You know what has a funny ass dub in English is Angel Cop. Watch Angel Cop, the English dub of that. It's fucking hilarious. What else did I see back then? Arrow McNeil! Oh no. Your graphics here is going to pop in here any second.
His aeromorph is tingling.
My aeromorph sense is tingling.
I like turtles.
Oh shit, shit out of me.
That's funny. Angel Cop is, yeah. I didn't say it was good. I said it was a funny dub. I didn't say the show was good though. It's an experience. My first animes back then were, I can tell you all 3 animes I watched. I was like 9 going on 10. And they were, I think they're all Animego, maybe. Because back then, like, Animego was like the only people making like real anime. It was the first Bubblegum Crisis.
These are medicinal herbs. You can use them on wounds or brew them as a drink.
Or smoke them.
Bubblegum Crisis, Riding Bean, and Maddox 01 were my first anime experiences, like real anime. I seen other stuff by then on TV, right? Like Voltron and Robotech and all that other bullshit that every other kid grew up with. But those were like my first real animes. And I was like 9 going on 10. And it's funny because they were like they it was from a unlikely source, because they were my brother's friend actually brought them. And my brother's like, yeah, I know you're onto this Chinese shit. And like, so like my brother had his friend let him borrow like all these Animego tapes, because the guy was like a super early adopter of anime, you know, and I was like, I don't know, like 10, you know, so it was really cool to see. And he borrowed them so I could watch them. So big props to my brother for doing that, you know, because I feel like I'm so crazy into Bubblegum Crisis because of that. Exposed me to my first anime titties. You mean OVA? Mine was Vampire Hunter D. That game is working on kinda turned into an anime, like a coherent Fooly Cooly mixed with Berserk. Fooly Cooly. What are we talking about? You mean OVA? Mine was Vampire Hunter D. Who means OVA? I love Voltron. Calm down, nerds, says Gordos. Dude, Voltron was awesome. I loved Voltron. Golden Boy English dub was great. Yeah, if you love Golden Boy, don't read the manga. I feel like the manga will ruin your perception of Golden Boy. And if you do read the manga, don't finish the manga. Read like the first half of the Golden Boy manga. Cause that manga gets fucking weird. I don't know what the mangaka was trying to get with. Like, he was like, I don't know. He started going into like weird like conspiracy stuff. I don't know. I might have to read it again. It was a long time, but it was weird. But anyway, let's do the giveaway. We have one more giveaway to do. All right, we ran out of music. Let me do. Here's a cool one. Here's a cool one. Oops. I watched a YouTube review on the manga, and there was a lot of political stuff. Yeah, it was like, yeah, there was like political stuff and like, I don't know, like weird like rabbit hole stuff. It was strange. It didn't make any, maybe I need to reread it or something. I don't know. It was dumb. Yeah, go Lion over Voltron. Because people die. In Voltron, they were like, oh no, this person, he's sick now. He can't join us again because he is fatigued. No, he's dead. Because he died. He can't join us again because he's dead. That's why the princess is one of the pilots. Because the other one died. All the Golden Boy episodes are on YouTube. Titties and everything. Really? How funny. I love the artwork. Like, that artist had like this like crazy good style. I forget his name, but the anime replicates that. So whoever they got to do like the anime really did the artist justice. But Golden Boy's funny as fuck. Watch the anime, don't read the manga. That's what I'll say. Watch the anime, don't read the manga. Watch Gunsmith Cats if you have not seen. Oh my god, Gunsmith Cats is so good. Man, I got all of my Gunsmith Cats Kickstarter stuff from William Ruzicka. Rest in peace. He passed away. He gave me all this, all his Kickstarter Gunsmith Cats stuff. Oh yeah, those are some of it. The patches. I have the patches from the Kickstarter. But yeah, William Ruzicka gave me all this stuff. Yeah, but he passed away. Is that Star Trek music? No, it's from Bucky O'Hare. It's Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare. But yeah, he passed away sadly. Hola, padre. Hola, mijo. What's up? How you doing? Welcome in. ¿Cómo has estado? How are you? How is life? Gunsmith Cats. No pizza and no Chinese. This is the Pope. Famicom says, I can send you the link if you want. If you want to rewatch the 5 episodes, says Famicom. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hashtag Sleepy Heaven, says Gordo Scene. Good night, Gordos.
Good night, Gordo.
We're about to end it too. We're doing the giveaway right now.
So stay.
So stay. You stay. Alright, let's do the giveaway and then we're closing out the show. We just hit the 3-hour mark. 3-hour mark. Just now. Not counting the 10 minutes you guys have to wait. Late night working, deadline Monday, says Ricky. Welcome in, by the way.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, let's go ahead and do it. We're doing the giveaway now. Game giveaway. Gordo says, Alright, here are all the people who are in. Wipe the camera down. It's like covered in like gunk or something. Everything looks like super cloudy. There we go. Alright, here are all the people who are on the list. We're going to go ahead and shuffle. Go ahead and do the shuffle.
Okay.
Here, we're going to shuffle it a few times.
2 and 3.
There we go. Alright, you guys. Here's everyone who is in the list. Good luck, everybody.
There it is.
And remember, every week we do these giveaways. All you got to do is answer the question. Next week's question will be pinned soon. Alright, here we go. Who's it going to be? Cybergirl. Cybergirl 007 is the winner. Very cool, Cybergirl. Alright, we'll let Cybergirl know. Congratulations to Cybergirl. Congratulations. Congratulations to Cybergirl. Rick says Gordo's Cheetos vision. I know, it was all covered in something. Probably Cheetos. For sure. I was so close. I know, Mackenzie was so close. I thought it was going to land on Mackenzie too. Today was like...
Let's see.
Yeah, it just barely passed him. It like barely passed him. Look. The other ones were closer though.
Yeah.
The first two were like a hair away. Do you remember? They were like a hair away from each other. Yeah. The first two were super close. Like a pixel away from
Matthew
being someone else.
Jerry Suggs.
Yeah. And then the other one was Beto and someone else.
Oh yeah.
And Gordo's.
Gordo's
and Beto were like right just a hair away. All right, you guys. Well, that was an awesome episode. We did one that was... I loved this question. This question was awesome.
I loved it too. Yeah.
I loved it. Very, very cool. There's the charm. I don't know if... Last call for Scrooge's charm. And mine was a hair away, says Matthew.
Oh, yeah, Matthew.
And Matthew... Oh, that's right. They were all super close. Like, really, really close. Very close. But this was an awesome episode. I really liked doing this. I liked doing the cartoon thing. Banana. Banana. Woo! So did Cybergirl won the game of the week? Yes. Cybergirl won. So Cybergirl gets to pick.
Usually Cybergirl gives it away.
Yeah, Cybergirl always gives it away to somebody. But great show, fellers. Great answers, everyone. Yes, thank you, everyone, for the answers. Got a lot of answers today. We did about, like 18 answers today? Something like that. Quite a lot. So you guys keep the show going when you guys answer the question. We will be putting it up on the community tab on YouTube. So make sure to check out the community tab on my channel. If you don't have notifications on, turn on the notifications, please. We just hit the 5,000 sub mark on YouTube, which is awesome because I know we're not super consistent with videos. We're consistent with our lives, but lives don't really bring in viewers. Videos do. So we'll try to put more videos up. We do have some behind the scenes stuff that we always put up before we put up anything for the regular channel. So if you guys are members of the channel, you guys get to see behind the scenes stuff. So big thank you to all of our channel members. Big thank you to Matthew, because Matthew gifted a bunch of channel memberships. So if you guys have a channel membership and have no idea why, it's because Matthew likely gifted it to you, or Ruben, or Mark Dell. Those are the people who are always gifting stuff to people. Or Matthew, Ruben, and Mark Dell are always giving away channel memberships. So if you guys, you know, have a membership, it's because one of these people gave it to you. Gordo says, hashtag sleepy heaven time. See you in 3 weeks, says Gordos. That'd be cool if that was really 3 weeks. You guys can bring me some stuff from 99 Ranch. Go shopping for me.
H Mart opens this Thursday.
Oh, yeah, we're getting H Mart soon, so you should bring Amanda to H Mart. I heard they have a really good food court with all the yummy Korean stuff. We can go eat there. We need Game On every 3 weeks, says Matthew. Yes. How cool would that be? We need another retro show. We need to do one. We need to talk about making something happen here on a smaller scale. Maybe we can be the ones that start that here locally. And that will have, people will have an excuse to come to Vegas as well. I have sour watermelon and Dr. Pepper Peeps. Ew, what the fuck? Gross. Dr. Pepper Peeps? I'm down for a trip. Let's plan. Come on, yeah, let's plan.
Let's plan it.
Let's plan it. You guys, let me know. Let us know. Let us know how we can facilitate too. We can help in some way. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you, everybody. This was an awesome show. Very cool subject. It got everybody talking. They're delicious. Famicom says, SaruCon. Will you come if we do such an event here in Vegas, Famicom? You better come.
SaruCon,
you better come.
Do it around
You
one.
better come. I'm going to come. No, we'd have to do it at like a banquet hall at a casino.
True.
It can't be like a place like that. It needs to happen somewhere. As long as Saru is not in Thailand or Japan. Oh my god. If I go to Japan's probably in the next thing. I don't know. It'd be cool to go to Thailand, but man, I don't have that kind of money.
No.
If I have money to go anywhere, it's always Japan. The only way Thailand would happen is if I went there from Japan. Like I went to Japan and then I was like, all right, let's go to Thailand. That would happen if I had that extra money. SaruPro burp. What was I saying earlier? I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. It was so instant. I'm about to bust, says Rage. That's hot. Thanks for the hangout. Good night, all, says Nuff Dragon. Yes, thank you guys. This was an awesome show. It was really cool to talk about all these old cartoons and stuff. What a cool subject.
I love the subject.
Yeah, this subject was awesome. Gordo says if you only hand out nipple tassels with the passes, right? Hey, I mean, as long as the nipples are covered, it's free game on YouTube. Saru to Mexico, to Japan, to South Korea, to Thailand. How awesome. Dude, I would love to do that. That would be awesome, right? To do that. Would be amazeballs if I had the money to travel. I love to travel. I love it. So, if we can do it, we always bring you guys along for the adventure, too. We always go live. Every time we go places, we go live, we do vlogs. We always like to bring you guys along. So, it's awesome that you guys help out and you donate and you do all these things, because that helps with that when we go to these places. So, thank you, Saru Crew, for being awesome. You guys are awesome. But even just being here is good. If you guys are just here watching the show, that's awesome. I live my travel life through you, says Rage. See? But thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and take off. We will be back on Twitch on Monday. Monday might be Everkid. It might be...
I might have jury duty.
Oh, fuck. Oh, but that's early in the morning.
Yeah, early in the morning.
That's early in the morning. Yeah, he has jury duty. Actually, I have jury duty too, but I'm trying to get out of it because mine is like a witness thing, and I wasn't even here when like crazy shit. So like a murder happened, right? And I was in Mexico at the time when this murder happened. So like I don't know what useful information I would have to this murder. So yeah, mine is different. Mine is a subpoena for murder, and his is like a standard jury duty. So he might get out of it if they decide they don't need him, and I might get out of it because I wasn't here when the murder happened.
I should just show up like this.
I know, right? Just show up.
My name is Jesse Banana. Where do I sign up?
Just constantly shake your head. Once again, happy discount candy Eve Easter. Oh, that's right. Oh man, yeah, tomorrow we gotta go get all the Monday we gotta go get all the discount candy when we come back from your jury duty if we're out and about. Dress up as a panda and they have to let you go, says Matthew. Try on the gloves and you'll get off, says.
This glove is not.
They don't fit. These gloves do not fit. PCFX Monday, says Famicom Collecting. Yeah, it'll either be Evercade on Monday or it might be Steam again. I don't know. We'll see. It depends. It depends if my new Evercade stuff comes in. I have some Evercade stuff that's supposed to come in. So if it comes in on Monday, then we'll do an Evercade day. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and take off. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Matthew, thank you so much for all of the charm things. Like, seriously, like, Matthew almost single-handedly funded this charm. Who else got this charm other than Matthew? And Sweets. Sweets and Matthew are the only ones getting Scrooge McDucks, and everyone that Matthew paid to get Scrooge McDucks. So very cool. Thank you, Matthew, once again. Jury duty is nasty. I got summoned like 12 times last year. 12 times?
Holy shit.
That's a lot. What the fuck? Dude, I'd be mad. Quick, let's distract Saru. Play Ace Attorney game. It will prepare you for journey duty, says Matthew. I have like a couple of the DS ones. Ranma 1/2. Can we do a show and base it on Ranma somehow? Sorry, some like lodged food came out of my mouth just now. Alright. We are well into 3 hours and 20 minutes. Yes, it's attorney. Ass attorney. Alright, we're gonna take off now, you guys. For the third time.
For real this time.
For real. Not for play. Alright, you guys. Thanks everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.